Can we hear me now? Yes. But we can't hear my music, it looks like. Hold on. New setup problems. Am I right, guys? Am I right? I hope I'm right. Bit embarrassing otherwise, isn't it? Audio output capture. Headphones. Oh, that's probably very loud for you guys. There you go. That should be good. I hope. I think. I'm a professional. Okay, right. Let us get Beacon Heights. Let me load her up. Last time when we left off, things were in a bit of a dire state, gang. Welcome to Spooktober, by the way. It's the first day of October. Every stream in October is going to be spooky dooky and super cool. Hey, Stephen, welcome in. I like your little spooky ghost emotes. They're cute. What? But yeah, last time we left off, everybody froze. So that was pretty spooky. Pretty spooky. But I'm excited to get back into it. Hopefully all of my overlays and everything and scenes work, because I've had to basically, well, not had to, but I decided to make a spooky ooky stream setup. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but I've got a bat curtain on my bookshelf and ghosty balloons. Yay! And then obviously, you know, the overlays and stuff. And all of my alerts should be a little spooky. And I've got the sound effect thingies on so you can buy the hecking scare and scare the heck out of me. But yeah, if we go to the game one, I might have to fiddle with my webcam placement a second, because this is the first stream with the new layout. It was always going to be a little bit fiddly. Put in there like that, do that, and then do that. Yeah. Well, that's quite small really, isn't it? Jeez, you can barely see me. It'll be fine. You don't need to see me. How am I? I'm doing pretty good. I've been running around like a headless chicken most of today, trying to sort out Spooktober prep and birthday prep, because it's my son's birthday tomorrow. I do still, when I finish stream, I've got like 3 or 4 presents to wrap for him, unless my husband is feeling particularly generous, but he is not the neatest wrapper, so I know he feels a little self-conscious about it. But I don't think that our little boy's gonna mind. He's turning 6, so very excited. We've gone for the soft play party method. So basically you just turn up with a bunch of kids and a cake and they deal with everything else. So the kids play for an hour while they make the food. Then they go up and have the food, do some like, I don't know, dancing I guess. And then cake. Do you play Dead by Daylight? I do a little bit. I'll be playing at some point, hopefully with my friend Slayla, and maybe potentially with my friends from the Steve Film Squad as well, which is usually a Monday stream. But yes, I have played before. I'm very bad at it, but it's quite fun to play anyway. Right, let's get into this. Also, I'm going to turn off the funky musics. Okay, because this is cool on its own. See?
A shockwave of cold tore through the room. A bitter,
oh yes,
unfathomable
here we go.
chill. Before they could react, it encased them in ice.
Is this the music from this? It's quite loud. I'll turn this down a little bit, maybe. A little bit is just fine. Have you heard of Dragon Ball The Breakers? No, I have not. What is that?
Two boys, reunited by friendship, only to be cruelly separated by a malevolence beyond reason. And so, our story ends on this in a silent treehouse turned statuary. In a town brought low by its secrets, sits a pair of friends, alone, together.
You're looking for people that play DBD, their opinions about, since it's a bit like DBD. Oh, okay. I've never heard of it.
The end. No, that can't be the ending. It simply can't.
No, I refuse.
There are more endings, more possibilities. I can feel it. We are just going to have to sort through them all until we find the one that fits.
Okay, let's let me just shift that over a little bit. We'll have to go back here and change. It broke.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to break, revealing patches of star-filled summer night. Moonlight filtered down, shimmering in the treetops.
Oh wait, I thought it was gonna rain. Okay. Sure, you can meet Rolo. You're not going home? No, I promised Rolo I'd tell him.
Lucas stopped himself mid-sentence.
Promise you tell him what? Spit it out, bub. We're thick as thieves now. If there's a juicy secret, you've got to tell me. Okay, you can come to the treehouse and I'll tell you both what happened. Heck yeah!
Lucas saw Beck skulking by the gate.
What you doing? So you're telling me there's nothing mysterious or creepy about this place? It's mostly boring and empty. I refuse to believe that. Big spike gate, looming mansion, rich reclusive owners, it even smells shady.
Beck grabbed the wrought iron bars and shook the gate.
Alright. Mark my words, you decadent nightmare house. You will reveal your secrets to me. What did you do? First of all, I told you so. Second, hide. That's Eris Valentine. Who's that she's talking to? Fuck my words, vengeance will be mine. Shh. I expect you to return that suit in working order. Of course. As long as everything proceeds as planned, there's nothing to worry about. The only thing I'm worried about is what is rightfully mine. If that means making some unsavory alliances, so be it. I couldn't agree more. There comes a time to suspend hostilities. I'll deal with our common threat. Now this is what I was talking about.
Beck's voice was an excited whisper.
Proper shady stuff. Someone in the suit like that tried to grab me yesterday. Seriously? Shh. You do understand that when this all inevitably fails, I will deny everything. I wouldn't expect any less of you. You just worry about your part in this and let me handle the rest. I can't wait to see the look on that Rube Kerr's face. Yes, the truth will come to light. I'm still surprised you're so comfortable with the potential collateral damage. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that change is painful. Wow, I was expecting shady. But that's just flat out supervillain talk. If you don't mind me asking, why? Why are you doing all of
The
this?
mysterious figure retracted their mask, hair pushing out from all corners.
Grandma? That's our grandma! What the shoot?
A chill chill ran down Luca's spine. His vision blurred. Beck stifled a sharp wince, and Luca looked down to see himself wrenching her hand.
An answer I can certainly respect.
Gran tousled her hair back under the face mask.
Just remember, keep everything nice and normal until the festival. I don't need a lesson in arousing suspicion.
Gran gave Eris a curt nod and disappeared into the night. Chapter 5. What big? Lucas sat shivering in the bushes, staring at his feet.
The plot twists. Oh, we're stretching. I'm not getting up to stretch right now. I've just sat down not that long ago.
After checking to make sure the coast was clear, Beck gave him a gentle tug on his sweater.
Okay, here we go. What's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. Why were you so scared of that old lady in the hazmat suit? That was my gran. That was your gran? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for all of this. Let's just get to the treehouse and figure things out there. Lead the way. Oh, well, let's get to that treehouse. The plot twists are popping off today. Not this way? Okay, I totally know the way to the treehouse. No worries, no worries. For the last time, there's nothing to worry about. Of course, we're not worried.
Ford finished writing with a scratchy flourish and looked up.
Just doing our I's and dotting our I's and crossing our T's. Well, maybe try minding your P's and Q's.
Mr. Nuncreed, arms crossed over his paunch, gave an exhausted sigh.
If there's anything you need knowing, you'll know it. Absolutely. If you'll just sign here acknowledging that everything is accurate, we'll be out of your hair in a flash. Oh, for the love of...
He snatched the pad and scribbled his name so hard the pen nearly snapped.
It's not party time yet. We gotta wait. We gotta meet up with Rolo first. There. And would you like my eternal soul as well?
The boards looked at each other for a moment, almost pondering the possibility, then broke into laughter as they walked away.
Ha 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 ha! Nothing to see here. Nothing at all. Dooby doo doo. Dee 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 dee. Who are those kids? Why this lady still sat here? Hey there. You still reading? The answer you seek will be revealed to you in due time. The question is the figure intoned? Are you prepared to live with the truth? Edgy. Another day, another dollar. See you tomorrow, Z. Have you noticed how the perennial harvest folks order the same drinks? Decaf cappuccino with extra foam. Why? I don't know. Just thought it's a little odd. Pretty weird for sure. Well, the customer's always right. See you bright and early tomorrow. I can't wait. Just be looking sussy. Should I talk to them?
William Kerr and Gus Valentine proudly surveyed the half-covered festival banner.
It's all coming together quite nicely. I couldn't have done it without
The mayor
you.
gave a half-hearted shrug.
I'm not sure about that. Nonsense. That reminds me, I wasn't able to thank your sister for her contribution. Yes, she has been indisposed of late. She doesn't like me much. Doesn't much like me, does she? Oh no, that's not it at all. She's just been busy. Of course. Regardless, I would be forever grateful if you could pass along my thanks to her. The History Museum adds a real air of import to the whole affair, and we couldn't very well celebrate the story of Beacon Pines without including the Valentines. My father was a great man. You're darn tootin' he was.
Locked his arm on Gus's shoulder.
But I mean the entire Valentine family, present company included. Can I ask you something, Mr. Kerr? Call me William. Ask away. William, why are you doing all of this? Gosh, I never felt one needed a compelling reason to throw a party. Not just a festival. All of this. There's got to be 100 down on their luck towns out there. Why is Perennial Harvest so invested in helping Beacon Pines? You know what I love most about that agriculture business? Seeds. Seeds? Yep, little bundles of
With
potential.
a glimmer in his eye, Kurt gestured grandly toward the horizon.
You treat a seed right, nurture it, feed it, and it can grow into something truly special. You see potential here? Undoubtedly. The seed of greatness is already under our feet. All it needs is a little nudge. 'Cause that's the name of the game, of course. Oh yeah. Be a pretty short story if they didn't come to Beacon Pines when the game was Beacon Pines. And the right leadership, of course. Oh. Good night, Mayor Valentine. That guy creeps me out. He gives me the heebie-jeebies. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, the treehouse is just a little further on from here. So what's your buddy Rolo like? Rolo? He's... Rolo. Not particularly helpful. Sorry, I've just never thought about it. Lots of energy. He's funny, and even when he's not trying to be. Yes? My little spookapalooza? We're very small up in the top corner today. Mwah. Night night. Sleep tight. The webcam's still up there. Things have been tough for his family since the foul harvest. It's about damn time you tell me what this foul harvest thing is. It's kind of a long story. Hit me with the highlights. Okay, there used to be a fertilizer company called Valentine's. They were kind of a big deal. Ooh, big deal fertilizer. It was a big deal to us. Their stuff really worked. Farmers loved it. So Valentine's grew and grew. Beacon Pines pretty much grew around it. Most everyone in town either worked for Sharper Valentine or used his fertilizer. Things were good. I'm sensing a big but. Around 6 years ago, Sharper Valentine suddenly died, and something changed. Changed how? Could have been a bad batch. Maybe it was in the water, or the air, or soil. Nobody knows. But the crops all died. And everyone blamed the Valentines. The foul harvest. Yeah. Valentine Fertilizers went out of business. Half the town lost their jobs. Sheesh. Next year, the crops came back, but something was different. You plant a crop, do everything right, and it's sort of a crapshoot what happens. And no one knows why? Nope. Take it, Rolo's farm got the short end of the stick. Yep, for some reason their farm was hit harder than others. That sucks. Things have gotten better since Perennial Harvest came to town. The Beacon Pines Reborn initiative. Yep, the first thing they did was give the whole town a deep scrub. They even put us in hotels one town over for a week while they decontaminated the groundwater. We better get going. That sounds really sus. Rolo! It's about damn time. I was about to give up and go home. Who's the new kid? Name's Beck. You must be Rolo. I see my reputation precedes me. Welcome to Mission Control.
Rolo waggled his head with pride.
You'll find we've spared no expense in construction. I've seen worse looking piles of junk. Thanks. Hey Luca, you know the security concern we talked about? Yeah? Well, I was waiting. I made some improvements. Let me lock this baby down for it. A little test infiltration. Can't be too safe these days. Oh. Rolo? He goes all out, doesn't he? Always. Can I... What? Ah. I see. I got it. Oh. Okay. Oh. Oh, this one's moving. Where did you guys get all this junk in the first place? There's a guy in town named Jeff, who trades us junk for snacks. Junk food for junk. Nice. So, pretty sweet security, right? It was imaginative, I'll give you that. Luca, are we sure we can trust the new recruit? I'll vouch for her. Thanks, I guess. Okay, Luca. You promised to fill me in on the Valentine warehouse.
Luca sucked in a long breath.
Oh, he's got some telling to do. Some telling to do. Oh, itchy nose. Itchy nose. So, like I said, there was someone there. What were they doing? I don't know. That place was lit up and active. Maybe they were squatters. I don't think so. It seemed more organised. When the man pulled me in, I saw some sort of equipment running. A man pulled you in? Yeah, but I got away. You kept saying it was a man. They were wearing a mask, right? Yeah. Then it could have been a woman. How did you get away? I grabbed a rock or something and broke their mask. They let go and I ran. Dang. That's intense. No wonder you freaked out when you saw your grandma. Yeah, that's the other part. On our way here, Beck and I saw Iris Valentine meeting with Gran, wearing the same sort of hazmat suit.
Out a low whistle.
Hey, Quaz! Oh, I couldn't hear the quack. Did you guys hear the quack? Did the sound alert work? I'm not quite sure it's working. Let me know if you heard it or not. I did not. You heard it. Okay. 1 second. What's another one? You heard a quack, it nearly scared you to death. Sorry. I'll do this.
less careless.
Okay, I can hear it
I'm
now.
watching you, Wazowski. Always watching.
Whew, she's
Because you're in your wardrobe. Oh no. Right, let me see if I do class. Okay, I hear it now. Cool. Awesome. I had it on the wrong setting, that's all. It is quite loud though, isn't it? Just in case. We put that there. Okay, we should all be good now. Let me just also double check. Yeah, I think that's all good. Okay. Rolo let out a low whistle. And they weren't there for idle chit-chat. It was a proper clandestine meetup. So let me get this straight. There's an operation in full swing at the Valentine warehouse. And you were almost abducted by a strange man or woman in a protective suit. And then you saw your gran in the same suit talking to the heiress. Pretty much. I'm beginning to think this town is kind of
Rolo
awesome.
and Luca shot back a look.
No offense. And so, we can logically conclude aliens or alien zombies have infiltrated the town. And their leader is your gran, and she tried to murder you. Okay, really? Okay. First of all, and for the last time, there are no aliens. Second, it could not have been my gran in the warehouse. I broke that person's mask to get away. My gran was wearing... The mask my gran was wearing wasn't damaged. But she got a new one off of the Valentine lady. But she's definitely hiding something. Maybe. Maybe she's wandering around in a freaking hazmat suit. This dude's got his head in the clouds. Oh, whoopsies. All she does all day is sit around making jam. What could she possibly have to hide? I don't know. We haven't talked much since she moved in. Moved in? Your gran isn't from here? No, she came a few months back to take care of me after his mum went missing. Did you know your gran before? Not really, no. It had been years since I'd seen her. Look, don't take this the wrong way. But are we sure your gran is on the up and up?
Luca gazed out the window.
This dude. Just coming, this girl just coming in here and being like, hey, your gran might be a bitch, you know? A bitch. I'm just saying. It sounds like strange stuff has been happening since she showed up. We could say the same thing about your family. But you're right. Oh, damn it, I've got such a tickle in my throat. Sorry, gang. Luca, your gran is hiding something. And Pa always says folks only bury stuff worth digging up. We need to investigate your house. If my gran really is hiding something, don't you think I would have noticed by now? Wait, she keeps that room locked at the top of the stairs. Guys. Also, I didn't show you guys, being as it is now officially spooky season, I have my jack-o'-lantern top on! It won't be every stream, obviously. That would be unhygienic. But I thought for the first one, you know? Okay. Sorry, still getting used to the new layout. That's kind of the whole point of hiding something. I guess you're right. Gran's been leaving the house for hours at a time this week. I'll call you two tomorrow when the coast is clear. We can start getting to the bottom of this. I'm always game for a good snoop. You can count me in.
Chapter 6.
Okay, so chapter 7 seems to be where everything goes to shit, or like the end of chapter 6. So let's hope we can get further than that this time.
Secret lair. Summer forged ahead, but the nights only seemed to grow colder. Luca walked home slowly under the pale starlight, cautious to avoid any more surprises lurking in the shadows. Reaching home, he slipped quietly into bed, half dreading what they might discover the next day.
I do not blame you, Luca. What time is it? No. Locked. Locked, guys. Hello? Rollo, what on earth is that? That ridiculous thing on your head? Oh, this? It helps me think. You're gonna need a lot more of this. Joke all you want. We'll see who's laughing when I crack this case wide open. The coast is clear. Oh, is the coast clear? Yep. Whatever she's been up to this week, it's been keeping her busy most of the day. Very well. The game's afoot.
Luca and Beck rolled their eyes as Rollo strutted across the room.
If I were Gran, where would I hide my deepest, darkest secrets? Perhaps you were right. Perhaps where you might expect... Oh God, why can't I read? Perhaps where you might least expect it.
Rollo flung open the cabinet with confidence.
Aha!
He coughed as a veil of dust hit his face.
I think it's safe to assume anything that dusty isn't what we're looking for. Or maybe that's what she wants you to think. Then again, any good detective knows not to trust their first hunch. First hunches are for suckers. Eureka! She's lit a fire in order to burn the evidence. She keeps that fire going every day, Rollo. Drat. It may already be too late. Just think of the mounds of documents lost to ash. Okay. I'm gonna stop you right there. Can we just think for a moment? Luca, is there anywhere your gran doesn't want you to go? Yeah. The closet upstairs. So maybe it stands to reason that we should check there first? No dice, it's locked. Well, well, well. Look who stands to reason now. I've no idea where the key is. If it is really important, then she probably keeps it with her. Anywhere else? She has her berry bushes. Who has ever thought, I'm gonna take this important thing and huck it in a bush? True. Anything else? Maybe something out of the ordinary? Well, she is always worried I'll break her fancy dishware in the kitchen. But it doesn't matter anyway, I can't reach the latch.
Realization crept onto Luca's face. All three kids snapped to glance at each other, then sprinted in turn toward the kitchen.
Go, little children, go! Alright, Rollo. This is your time to shine. Ah, yes. You've called upon my expert detective skills. And now I shall proceed
Before he
with...
could finish, Luca scrambled up Rollo's back.
Hey, this isn't my idea of detective work. Every squat needs a good lockpick. And every good lockpick needs a sturdy head to sit on. This is beneath my standing. Stop complaining and hold still. Got it. Just all of it falls out.
The hatch to peer in. With the glass doors opened, a perfect porcelain display gleamed in front of them. Their eyes searched for anything amiss, but the only distinct feature was its impeccability.
Dang. Well, that was anticlimactic. Yeah. Whoopsies. What did I just touch? What did I do? I was trying to press F12 to take a cute little screenshot. I don't know what we were expecting. Like, oh hey, just let me yank this random teacup
As Luke
and...
pulled on one of the teacups, it slanted forward with a hollow click.
What?
The entire hutch began to rustle and slide under its own power.
What? Seems like your gran has been doing some remodeling. Dude, only 2 types of people have secret layers. Evil masterminds and superheroes. Why is there 2 flies in front of me? Hacha! So, which one do we think she is? We're about to find out. Okay, so more of an unhinged conspiracist vibe? Oh, wow. Yeah, this cannot be good. Just need to look around before jumping to conclusions.
Luca jostled each cabinet drawer in turn. Only one was unlocked. He fingered through the filing cabinet, pausing at a bulging folder labeled Walter. For a long moment, he just stared at it.
What do you got there? It's my dad. Looks like some of his old medical files. Your dad was a doctor?
Luca nodded and caressed the label with his thumb.
Well, are you gonna read it? Here, let me help.
Rollo swiped the folder from the drawer and began leafing through the pages. He whistled to himself, barely looking at the text.
How about you actually read some of it? One sec. Dense documents such as this are a lot like a cheeseburger. It's best to skip straight to the middle. That's where all the meaty bits live. Wow, I had no idea we were in the presence of a prominent scholar in dense documents and cheeseburgers. By all means, proceed.
He stopped at a page and mimed, holding up a monocle.
Ah, here we are. Follow-up examination of Terrence Wilby. Patient shows further signs of... Oh, thank you. More Pepsi? Oh my god. Oh my god. I got ice lollies. I cannot drink that Pepsi tonight. I'll stick with the sneak. Thank you. I'll have this tomorrow to keep me going. I've got the best husband ever. He spoils me so much. Do, 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 do. I've got the best husband ever. He gets me yummy, yummy food. Do, 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 do. Aldi, your iPad did do a die. If you wanted it to put on charge and whatnot.
Yes, Les.
Would you believe you have the charger?
I got a couple downstairs.
Huh?
I got a couple downstairs.
Cool, cool, cool. Maybe you could look my stream or even come and hang out and chat. That would be fun.
Yeah, sure.
Eee! See? Best husband ever. Is that a good thing? Being spoiled. Usually I don't like it, but it's that time of the month where I like to be spoiled. I'm just gonna run and put these in the freezer because this is like mush. I'm still gonna eat it, but these two need to be frozen. You guys can actually see my BRB stream properly now. get dizzy watching the moon spin round and round and round. I just got up Streamlabs. Do a stretch. Okay, that was good. There we go. Gosh, you bitch! I'm enjoying an ice cream. Yeah, it's the same color as pumpkins. Let's have a catch up while I eat this. How are we liking the story so far of Beacon Pines? I think we're definitely on the right track for like the canon ending, you know what I mean? Do we fire up canon at the end? I mean, I don't know, maybe. I'm not saying either way. I'm just assuming that there is an ending, which is the end. And then there will be credits. And all of the ends that we've reached so far have said, the end. No, there can't be the end. Go back and choose a different choice. So that, I'll go to the game. I know you guys probably all know what I'm talking about. What? Guys, I clicked B and it went on that one. Look, these are all the choices we've made. Literally, the difference between Break and Rumble went from us getting frozen to death after having a fight with with Rolo, and now us introducing Beck and Rolo. Now we're playing investigators in Gran's house. Wild. Oh yeah, Lee, I don't know if you're watching yet or if you can hear me from where you are, but break did not mean the clouds broke in the sense that it started raining. Meant like they broke as in they went away and the sun came out. So that did make quite a big difference. I wasn't sure if it was going to make a difference because I thought, oh, surely, you know, can I go back? Help. I just want to go back to the game. I thought surely if it breaks it means it's going to rain, but that's not what it meant. And I was like, well, it's going to rain anyway. But yeah, teeny tiny differences. Go back and choose an ending in which some of them live. Yeah, exactly. That's literally what the book was like. No, you can't let them all die. My first ending, we got taken by the hazmat suit person and didn't escape. And it's just like the end. Then my second ending, Rolo got taken by the hazmat people. And I think he got like killed or something. I don't know. Basically, we ended up stuck on top of the tree house with bully person whose face was all swollen up from God knows what. Yeah. We've had a few different endings. This one is definitely seeming to be the most likely that people are going to survive. Anyway, the patient shows further signs of paleness and malice. Body temperature continues to drop. He now describes soreness of muscles and joints. Oh my god, I feel this. This is similar to the symptoms exhibited by Mrs. Wilby just a few days past. Still waiting on lab results from
Laura
Joseph.
looked up with heightened surprise.
Who's Joseph? See? Creepy. Yeah, that's kind of disturbing. Who's Joseph? That's Mr. Nuncreed's name. Wait,
Willow's finger traced across the page.
there's more scribbled in the margins. Could it be contagious? Mr. Wilby claims the tap water at his home has been contaminated. Perhaps environmental? Lab results only raise more questions. It's like he came back to this report later and made these notes. So it might be related to something
Willow
else.
scanned through several more pages.
Here, there's the writing looks shaky. I just couldn't help her. This disease or whatever it is progresses so fast. And with his wife's passing, Terrence's condition follows close behind. Exacerbated by the loss. Enough is enough. I need to take matters into my own
Luca,
hands.
staring blankly at the cabinet this whole time, spoke softly.
What does it say next?
Willow rustled the folder, trying to loose more pages.
That's where it ends. What? There has
Luca
to be more.
frantically shoved the remaining cabinet folders, trying to find another labeled Walter.
Luca, I think that's the only one. It's alphabetical, see? What did it mean enough is enough? How did he take matters into his own hands? This is
Luca
bullshit.
slammed the drawer shut.
Oh my god. Do you think he infected himself so he could try and cure himself? And that's why he actually died?
A spider web of string connected photos of people from the town, interspersed with hastily scrawled notes.
Well, she sure has kept herself busy. Is your gran a serial killer? Because I'm starting to get that vibe. Don't be ridiculous. Sure, she's tracking the movements of everyone in town out of the kindness of her heart. She put little symbols by some of them. Yeah, Mr. Nuncreed has a check mark. The clipboards are all inside a big circle. My mums are both on here, both with question marks. Gus Valentine has a question mark. Eris has a question mark. That's been crossed out. Mr. Kerr has a bullseye. The killer has chosen her next victim. We don't know what any of this means. Whatever it means, it's probably not good. Okay. Excuse me, chaps. Sorry. What do we have here? Barrels marked caution explosive. And jam jars. That's enough jam to feed the whole town. What kind of incendiary jam is your gran making? Incendiary. Okay. Hey girl, hey! Hey Will, how's it going? You excited for seeing the rest of the gang along tomorrow? Or Abby and maybe Henry? I don't know, who's going? Right? Only one way to find out.
Casually
Seeing who,
spun
I don't
the
know,
lid and
some
dipped his finger
losers,
in
you
the
know.
jam.
Some complete and utter losers who aren't coming to my son's birthday party. You know, we're gonna have fun, go on bouncy castles, inflatable slides, ball pits. It's gonna be bitching. What are you doing? Hanging out in London? Psh. You were at the football. You're a bit tired. Okie dokies. How was the football? Huckleberries.
He smacked his lips.
A hint of brown sugar and ink. What?
Rollo plunged his hand in the jar, fishing out a soggy slip of paper.
Your team won! Congratulations! Aha!
Offered the slimy note to Luca and licked his fingers clean.
It's addressed to Mrs. Fratelli. A grand jam gram? It says, last night I used the disguise Eris provided to scout the location. The timing window should be possible. Operation Sparkplug is a go. Oh man. Are they doing a heist? Whatever it is, it can't be good. So, more a bombshell than a bomb, am I right? You're new here, so I'll let that slide. But I'm the bad joke guy around here. Okay, well, Jesus. Jiminy Christmas, friends!
They crowded around a worn-down old map of Beacon Pines.
Cool. This map, this looks like a treasure map. Not every old map is a treasure map, Rollo. Yeah, but every treasure map is an old map. Can't fault that logic. Look, there's even a pathway drawn on it. It starts at the entrance to town, and if we
Rollo
follow it,
carefully traced the path with his finger.
it leads right
He
to
jabbed down at the end point.
Town Square. That's the fountain in the middle of town. A weird place to hide treasure. Really, that doesn't look like treasure to me. At the end of the path on that map, has the same symbol as those explosives over there. Thank you for keeping me hydrated. I need it with all the voices I'm doing. Makes my throat all tickly. So, it's not hiding treasure. A real bummer. Although, what's the thing you've been excited about for the past month? The festival! Gulp. Did you just say gulp? This feels like a gulp kind of situation. Everyone will be gathered near the center of sound. She's gonna blow up the festival. Not if we stop her. Are we legit gonna hightail it and stop our ground from blowing up the whole town right now? What was that?
Luca looked up from the map.
What was that? No, I heard it too. That was a front door. Which means someone just shut the door. Which means someone's upstairs. Oh no! Shh, quiet! Hit the lights.
Beck flicked off the light, and they became statues in the dark. Overhead, creaking floorboards bent under slow, deliberate steps.
But yeah, it was a good day, very long and tiresome, but well worth it. We stopped off at the cricket club near the home team's ground. And it was... Oh, that sounds super cool. Hopefully you get a nice long sleep tonight. And, yeah, it sounds tiring. I can't believe you're all the way in Bristol.
The kids looked up, the tilt of their necks following each footfall. Then suddenly, it stopped. Without realizing, they'd been holding their breath. All three exhaled shakily and glanced at each other. A muffled male voice broke the silence.
Hello?
A final few footsteps reached the entrance above them, and the voice now echoed down the stairs.
Anyone down
Three
there?
kids shuffled to the corners without a peep.
We left the cabinet open. Oh no.
As he began to descend the stairs, the man's voice punctuated every new step.
You're already there for the football grounds. Apparently a bit far away from the train station, so that's a shame. Aww. Oh my god, that made me jump. Yoo-hoo! I'm not here to hurt anyone. I'm just here to help. Just...
At the bottom step, the man paused, squinting to search the room for signs of life.
What time are you at work tomorrow? Is that an early one or a late one? Huh? I guess it's
Rolo
nothing.
shifted suddenly.
No, Rolo!
Luca gave him an intense, chastising look and whispered through clenched teeth.
Rolo,
It was too late. Rolo was already inching toward the stairway.
Oh, quite late then. That's good.
He screeched as he charged toward the shadowy figure.
Rolo, no! Flaming chicken coop!
With all his weight, Rolo tackled the man to the ground.
Rolo? Mysterious creepy man? Anyone there?
From the dark corner, they saw something move.
Well, I don't know if I didn't know I had it in me. But there was only one way to find out. Holy crap, Rolo, that was awesome. Wait, did you just kill that person?
Luca scrambled to the hunched figure on the ground. Pressing his fingers to the man's neck, he sighed with relief.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I was not ready to handle that. You clobbered him good, Rolo. He's knocked out
As
cold.
Beck flicked back on the light, Luca and Rolo
You're not working
gasped in
tomorrow.
stereo.
You forgot. Mr. Tolliver?
Chapter 7.
Here we go, chapter 7. This is where shit goes down.
The interrogation of Hiram Tolliver. Still unconscious, Mr. Tolliver slumped heavily in a shoddy old chair. His hands were bound with rope, his feet tied with some loose string. The kids huddled in a circle, discussing their plan. One thing was certain, they couldn't just let Mr. Tolliver go. They needed to know what he was doing in Luca's house. After
Yeah.
some deliberation, it was decided.
They must run a classic good cop, chill cop. What do we think, guys? Chill or hard? What even is this game? This is stretch. This is Beacon Pines, my friend. It's insanity, is what it is. I don't know what it is, but it's great and I love it.
They'd run the classic good cop, hard cop interrogation.
I know you guys like some crispy ASMR. Oh no! Oh no! Guys. My Pringles are wrecked! Well, I never.
Rolo brandished a steely gaze. I've got this. Read about it 100 times.
Of course you did.
Rolo swaggered
Thank you.
past the chair which
Appreciate that.
propped up the slumping Hiram Tolliver. Without even looking at his captive, he began with a long, blustery drawl.
Well, well, well. Mr. Tolliver.
Mr. Tolliver remained motionless. Rolo spun around to face him. He'd clearly expected to rouse Mr. Tolliver with his booming voice.
Mr. Tolliver?
Beck and Luca gave each other an unsure glance. Rolo slammed his fist on the table.
I said, Mr.
He
Tolliver!
grabbed the table lamp and beamed it onto the unconscious face. Mr. Tolliver groaned and slowly lifted his head. He recoiled with a muddled, weary squint.
What in the
The
world?
chair wobbled as he attempted to straighten up.
Who's there?
Mr. Tolliver could only make out rough shapes through the glaring light. With a gruff tone, Rollo hoped to both conceal his voice and intimidate.
I'll be asking the questions here, punk. Now hold on, let's just calm down. Oh, I am calm. Calm as a carrot in dirt. As for you, looks like you're
The doubtful
sweating.
expression on Beck and Luca's faces transformed into awe.
We can do this my way, or... Well, let's just say I never need another
Hitting his
way.
stride was now channeling every detective trope his memory could recall.
We love
He
Rollo.
slammed the table again.
Now dance! What? I don't
Mr.
even...
Tolliver's voice became desperate. He was nearly in tears.
You've tied me down. How on earth could I dance? Dance with your mouth, punk. Spill the beans. What are you doing poking around this house? I'm here to help Juniper. To make sure everything's ready. Oh, so you're in cahoots with Gran. Gran?
Mr. Tolliver was in a daze, now more
Rollo.
confused than ever.
Rollo, no. You were doing so well. Gonna help her blow up the festival, eh? Blow up the festival? Good
He shook
lord.
his head, feeling more and more dizzy.
No, you've got it all wrong. Where is she now? She's headed to the source. Source? What's the source? It's
His
where
voice faded to a whisper.
the town began. Where it all began. What is Operation Sparkplug? We tied up the furry. They're all furries, okay? All of them are animals. Yes, the source.
With that, Mr. Tolliver passed out cold.
Oh no! You fucked him up, Rollo. What are we gonna do?
Rollo swung around with a repentant grimace.
Damn, Rollo. I think you went a little too hard on him. What did he say about the sauce? Was it ketchup? Barbecue? Mayo? Is mayo a sauce? I mean, I know it's like a condiment, but like, you wouldn't say mayonnaise sauce, would you? Hollandaise? It's where the town began. We need information. Yeah, but we better not push Mr. Tolliver any further. Further? Is there anyone else who might know more? What about the History Museum? It's just got set up for the festival. Nah, that tent was put up by Valentine's. Everything they do is just a bunch of fluff and to glorify themselves. Is there anything more reliable? The library? If there's any information about the source thing, Cardo can help us find it. Let's get some answers. We're just leaving him tied up in the basement. I think we're overthinking the source. You can never overthink the source. The source is the most important part. Cardo! Cardo, we need you, bestie. This is a dang nice library. Thanks. We work hard on it. Aren't you a little young to be a librarian? Oh, Cardo hung out here so much, eventually they gave him a set of keys. I just keep an eye on the place for Mrs. Novak sometimes. They got you working for free? It's quiet, and I get access to all the books I can read. What more could a person want? Fair enough. What can I do for you all? We need a favor. I already told you, Rollo. I can't put you any higher on the wait list for the next Hank Atomic. And if you're here with more candy, I'll have you know I can't be bought. Call it a personal code of conscience. Actually, we're looking to do some research. Now you're speaking my language. Mayonnaise is a basic cold sauce which can be used as a base to make a lot of other sauces. Ooh, interesting. What are you looking for? That's the thing, we sort of don't know. What do you got on the history of the town? There's the Country Record Archives. What's in those? Birth deaths, newspaper clippings, stuff like that. Pretty boring reading. But they do go all the way back to when the town was founded. Great, we'll start there.
Chapter 8.
Whoa, we made it through chapter 7, guys. Whoop, 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 whoop.
6 feet under, 3 towns over.
Oh.
The kids spent the rest of the afternoon combing through dusty piles of old county records, desperately searching for anything that could help them make sense of Mr. Tolliver's cryptic utterance.
Is he still unconscious?
Luca tried to shake the thought of Gran's basement, but his focus wavered. Explosives, messages hidden in jam, dossiers on various town figures, and a corkboard threaded with photos. Gran was the only family he had left. He still couldn't bring himself to believe the worst. But the old map with the symbol of explosives in town square made that difficult. As the sun began to set, the kids were no closer to the truth.
If I have to read any more records, my eyeballs are gonna pop. You have to keep digging. If I dig another word, I'm gonna end up in one of these asinine death records. Rollo Cotter lived a full and wonderful life, till he read so much boring crud that his brain oozed out of his
Rollo
ears.
shut his book with an assertive nod.
If you've got a better idea, spit it out. You sound like my sister. Keep pushing your luck, pal. And it won't be boring country records that kill you. I'll put you in the obituaries
Rollo
myself.
muttered under his breath.
What's Mayonnaise agenda? Your country record. Really? That's the best you've got? When I'm done with you, you'll be the footnote in history. Just like
Slammed her finger down on the open page before glancing down to read.
J. Hartford here. I'd love to see you try. Hey. We're all a little tired here. Let's just take a minute
Tickled the
and...
back of Luca's mind.
Wait, what was that name back? In the J. Hartford. From the Brookfield Tribunal 20 years ago. That can't be right. What is it? J. Hartford? That's my grand's name. Juniper Hartford. What? His grand's dead? Now the book may claim they spent the afternoon looking through dusty documents, but the more realistic outcome is they spent the afternoon teabagging the unconscious guy. Stop. Oh my god, literally, I was still digging through trying to find a not broken Pringle. This one kind of looks like a lightning bolt. Pringles, go away for now. I've got food in my hand, so I'm still going to munch for a little bit longer. I'm sorry. Maybe there were two J. Hartfords. Mrs. Hartford is survived by her younger daughter, E. Hartford. My mum's name is Eleanor. What? There you go, I got up and stretched. I can tip them into my mouth. They're not quite that broken. See, look at them. Look at the sad Pringles. It's okay, you're not required to get up and stretch. I just have to do it so my legs don't like not clam up. You know what I mean. So they don't get all stiff and stop. Okay, this game cannot throw me any more flipping left field plot twists. I am supposed to be like the ultimate plot twist guesser. And I have not guessed a single one of these plot twists. Okay. Okay, this is getting creepy. If your gran is 6 foot under, 3 towns over, she must have faked her death, right? Then who am I living with?
The question hung in the air.
Alright, gang, I gotta close up for the night.
Beck rubbed her eyes.
How late is it? Almost 10. Oh crap, Pa's gonna kill me. I gotta go. Yeah, my parents will be worried sick. Okay, let's meet up as early as we can at the festival tomorrow. What are you gonna do about your unconscious man? About the unconscious man in your basement? What? I'll think of something.
Luca's heart was pounding as he approached the house.
We have to face Gran
If
now.
he was lucky, Gran, or whoever it was, hadn't gotten back yet. And of course, there was Mr. Tolliver tied up and unconscious in the basement. Dealing with him would be the first order of business. Luca shook out his arms to calm his nerves before entering.
That's me shaking out my arms. Uh-oh.
He held perfectly still, tempering his breath, and listened closely. She was asleep. His only hope was that she hadn't found Mr. Tolliver before dozing off.
Okay. Oh, Mr. T. He's gone. Oh no.
Mr. Tolliver was nowhere to be seen.
Maybe he woke up and escaped from his bindings and left without
Or
trace.
maybe Gran knew everything.
What do I do?
Luca's hungry stomach groaned. Not realizing it, he'd gone the entire day without eating.
Oh, dude. Have a Pringle. I just need a little brain
Luca
food.
rushed over to the pile of jam jars, unscrewed one, and shoveled a handful into his mouth.
I'm afraid your jam delivery will be
Flipped
delayed.
the lid to read the label.
Mr. Duncreed. Okay, now I can think. So, if Gran knows we tied up Mr. Tolliver, I'm screwed. If she doesn't know, then I need to play it cool. I guess the only option is to go to bed and act as if nothing is wrong. Gran will think Mr. Tolliver finished what he was sent here to do and then left when he was done. Okay, buddy. If you believe that, then I don't know what to think of you. Oh no. Gran? Okay, stick to the plan. Go to bed. Play it cool.
As Luca climbed the final stair, the emotion of the day dragged heavily on him. With each consecutive step, his legs weakened. His stride began to falter. He tried
What
to
was
grasp
in that
the railing to
jam?
steady himself. Something was wrong.
Come on, legs. Just a few more steps.
Luca groaned and tried to move.
We don't know. She might be trying to blow up the whole town.
His limbs might as well have been bolted to the ground.
Something was in that jam.
Through numb lips,
Something.
he mumbled just before falling asleep.
The germ. Hey, we went to sleep. Sweet boy. What did you get yourself into? Is she dragging us across the floor? That definitely sounded like dragging us across the floor. Rest now. Let me handle everything.
Chapter 9.
Don't be jumping.
A speech to end all speeches.
Oh boy.
Luca awoke to find himself face down in bed.
Strawberry and retinol.
He moaned into his pillow. Why would Gran drug him? Or rather, why was she trying to drug Mr. Nuncreed?
Yeah.
Shaking the questions from his woozy head, Luca snapped back to the matter at hand.
The festival. Yeah, let's go to the festival. Get my laundry. Can I get a few extra little word token thingies? Charms? Before I pop off and try not to die? I guess not. Okay. Fair enough. Alright. Onwards. What? You leave Mr. Nuncreed and his sexuality alone. Oh, what was that?
Just some dusty knickknacks.
Okay, my little dusty knickknacks. Gran. Bestie. Are you trying to murder people? Are you trying to murder? It's not nice to hurt people. You should not do that. Have you ever considered not fraudulenting an identity and not blowing people up and drugging them? Maybe I'm gonna go consult with Dad. Dad, bro, I know you're dead, but I need some fatherly advice right now. Gran might be dead. Might be somebody else. Possibly trying to blow up the town and drug people. So, what do I do? Give me a sign, Papa. Nothing? Okay, bye. I'm gonna go save the day, the town. I don't know what else. Where have you been? Grandpa's sitting in the jam. Yeah, we know. Secret messages for conspirators. Not this one. The one intended for Mr. Nuncreed. Put me to sleep. Whoa, ho, ho. Sly devil. Okay. I think she's trying to remove him from the equation. He might be in danger. Have you found anything? We looked around, but we haven't seen anything odd. Your Gran is nowhere to be found. But Mr. Nuncreed is just loafing about waiting for the speech. What speech? May Gus got up to the podium. Everyone is gathering at the stage. Let's get moving. Bill Cosby.
Augustus Valentine nervously wiped his brow.
Ahem. Is this thing... hello, Beacon Pines. I'm Augustus Valentine, your mayor, and I suppose you already know that. Oh yes, before we get started, just wanted to take a moment to recognize someone who couldn't be here today. This town wouldn't be where it is today without my father, Sharper Valentine. So I thought we could begin with a round of applause befitting such a great man.
Even that's more than the old codger
He
deserved.
cleared his throat and awkwardly loosened his tie.
Right, where was
William
I?
Kerr bounded on the stage with the energy of a preacher at a big tent revival.
Gus
He gave Gus a
Valentine,
hearty slap on
everyone!
the back and motioned him off the stage.
Let's hear it for our mayor! What a great turnout! Oh heck, I didn't prepare anything. But I suppose I could say a few words. It would be such a shame to waste a beautiful
Mr.
podium.
Kerr pulled a thick stack of note cards out
Look
from
at
his
that
desk.
evil eyebrow situation. Community, conviction, commitment. These are the things we celebrate at Perennial Harvest. For us, these are the pillars of the bridge to a better tomorrow. But I think it's time to add a new pillar. Change. Change is a powerful thing. It's inexorable, unavoidable, and undeniable. And I am daggum thankful for it. Change is the reason we're all together today. It's hard for me to believe it was only 4 years ago when fate brought me here. A simple business trip which brought me to a small town which could change my life
Mr.
forever.
Kerr took a moment to survey the crowd.
You know
He
what?
wiped away a single tear.
From the second I set foot in Beacon Pines, something about this place has held me captive. What? So what? You see, change represents opportunity. It represents potential. It was change that helped me recognize the potential of this place. To see that the people of this town, despite suffering great loss, still held on to the thing that made them
He
special.
thumped the podium to emphasize each word.
Community, conviction, commitment,
Mr.
change.
Kerr nodded confidently.
Finally sat down with the food. Well, welcome in. You're about to see a load of shit go down, I feel. Look at this dude with his evil eyebrow making a speech about change.
The crowd was silent, in rapt attention.
Fate made a perfect match that day. Nothing is more important to you all than community. And Perennial Harvest is a community first and
Mr.
foremost.
Kerr methodically made eye contact with each section of the crowd.
And the only way for you to make it through the harvest, the foul harvest, was an unshakable conviction. A conviction that a better tomorrow was just over the horizon. Perennial Harvest was founded on the conviction that we are the horizon. This festival is a symbol of our commitment to each
His
other.
voice began to build to a crescendo.
We now walk hand in hand into a future we will shape together. And this is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of your neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. And I am tickled pink that we will be making that choice together. How great is that? Just imagine what we can accomplish. What was that?
The crowd began to look around nervously.
Don't worry, a little thunder isn't gonna ruin this day. Everyone remain
Mr. Kerr
calm.
quickly flicked through his note cards.
Where was I? Throughout all of my travels, I have learnt one true thing. One always reaps what they sow. We have all planted a lot of good in this town, and so it's with happy heart I can
He
proclaim
raised his hands up to the heavens.
our harvest awaits. No, we were doing so well.
At that moment, a merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd, instantly freezing everyone and everything it touched.
We were doing so well. I don't know if Wolf's sus or if Susie's food makes us... My food? They're definitely sus. Do you not like my politician? Phew. Ugh.
For a man like William Kerr, this was a fitting way for things to end. On a stage, with an entire town frozen in rapt attention for the rest of time. The end. There's that ice again! Whenever I think
right?
we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything. Maybe we should just quit? Maybe you should just close the book, walk away, and never think of me again. No, I don't mean that.
Okay, Abby, you played Edith Finch, right? Does this voice sound familiar to you? Like similar to the one in Edith Finch? I haven't looked it up yet, but it really reminds me of the Edith Finch voice.
We got a little closer this time. We just need to try again. Please.
Okay. We've got a new one. We've got the new one. We've got the new one. Let's go. Let's do Sly Cop.
They'd run the classic good cop, sly cop interrogation.
Sly Cop. Okay. What remains of Edith Finch? I think the narration voice is similar. I kind of want to look it up. Hold on. Beacon Pines IMDb. Yes, yes, yes. There's no voice. Who voices the book in Beacon Pines? Kirsten Mees. Uh-huh. Edith Finch. Valerie Rose Lockman. Okay, it's not the same voice. It just sounds familiar. I don't know. Huh. She did a voice for somebody called Skia in larger than light, whatever that is. And that's basically all her attributes on IMDb. I don't know. I don't know who she is. Anyways, back to the story.
Luca and Rollo ducked behind a barrel, leaving Beck to her task. With a few crisp snaps, she roused Mr. Tolliver.
What? What's going on here? You're that mobile girl. Please, call me back. Sorry about all
Mr.
this.
Tolliver looked down and shifted a bit, testing his restraints.
It seems there's been a mix-up. You see, I'm down here for the same reason you are. Juniper sent you?
Beck caught herself before letting the surprise manifest on her face. She'd already gotten him to reveal his relation to Gran. This was gonna be easy.
You know how Juniper is with her precautions. Operation Sparkplug has us all on edge. I guess she thought you need some backup. But she sent a child? What better way to avoid prying eyes? Who would suspect a kid? I suppose that makes
Mr.
sense.
Tolliver wriggled a bit in his restraints.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Beck quickly removed the ropes.
That has to be uncomfortable. A little, yeah. But you understand. We never know who to trust in this
Mr.
town.
Tolliver rubbed the growing knot on his forehead.
Very true. So, it turns out we're both here
Beck twirled her
to
hand, as if to prompt Mr. Tolliver to finish her thought.
destroy the
Beck
evidence.
shook her head and clicked her tongue.
Yeah, the old girl is nothing if not
Mr.
thorough.
Tolliver let out an amused huff in agreement.
She sure is. Can't blame her though. If anyone were to find out that we're going to destroy the source, well, we both know how bad that might be. No one will know anything once we finish cleaning things up down
Beck was on
here.
a roll now, playing Mr. Tolliver like a fiddle.
You're sure you can finish this up on your own? Juniper trusted me for a reason. You can leave the rest to me. Good. There is one more loose end I'll go work on. Loose end? Oh, it's nothing really. The other day I had the radio on scan while restocking the candy shelf. And wouldn't you know it, I intercepted an odd phrase in the Perennial Harvest transmission. Underground secrets. That's ominous. I think it might be a password, but Juniper dismissed it. Said it wasn't mission critical. What's the password for? We don't know. So, we have a password and know where to put it. It's got to mean something, right? Good thinking. You should probably go work that out. I've got this under control. That's a relief. Between you and me, this basement gives me the willies.
Heading for the stairs, Mr. Tolliver hesitated and turned to Beck with a puzzled look. She grinned and gave him a peppy wave. With a shrug, he continued up the stairs, whistling a jaunty tune.
Whew! You guys catch that? Sure did. This whole time Mr. Tolliver had a candy shelf. But all he ever sells is his apples.
Beck blinked slowly in disappointment.
Oh, Rollo. The password, Rollo. Well, sure, but once things are back to normal, I'll be having a word with Mr. Tolliver about that candy shelf. Fine. In the meantime, I've got an
She
idea.
turned to the table and began tearing small scraps of paper.
He said he heard a password on the radio. Any good spy transmission is never what it
Beck
seems.
marked each scrap of paper and leaned back.
We just need to find the hidden meaning. Okay. What's another word for underground? Buried, covered? Could it be a cover-up? Maybe it's one of those each letter's a number thingies. So U would be 21, N would be 14, D would be... Ooh. It's an anagram. Nuncreed's
Luca and
drugstore.
Beck looked at Rollo with amazement.
What? Bro, that was incredible. Well, it's either that or Kren's nude rug store. Yeah, I think you were right the first time. How did you do that? What can I say? I love ciphers. Well, I guess we know where to go next. It's the middle of the night! Oh.
For a town that saw few visitors, the welcome was perhaps more grand than necessary.
Hello. You scared me half to death. Sorry. You kids haven't seen Mr. Torva around, have you? Nope. He's got me waiting around like the last slice of pie. I swear that man would be late for his own funeral. I never saw him. Shh. Dum dum dum. What's in here? Hello? Okay, no. The lights on a perennial. Beep. No, okay. Fine. Just gotta explore everything, you know? You know nothing, Jon Snow. You're late, Augustus. Sorry, sister. Was caught up with work. Work? You? I had a few more details to lock down for the festival. Oh! What do you have to report? What is this festival really about? I think...
Gus looked around nervously.
What was the eating pie reference there? Do these two work in the same hotel? I think they just both really like pie. That woman, she has like a cafe, like a diner. So I guess she's a pie lady. I think Mr. Kerr does just want to do something good for the town. He's actually a pretty nice guy. You should spend some time with him. I didn't pull strings installing you as mayor so that you could make friends. Your job is to help me figure out what Kerr and Perennial Harvest's true intentions are with this town. We have a responsibility. This is our father's town. Was. Excuse me? This was our father's town. He's gone, Eris. And he isn't coming back. Father left us with nothing but problems. Mr. Kerr came here and offered us help. We accepted that help. We didn't agree to them turning Father's warehouse into a toxic dumping ground. That is just a temporary arrangement. The glow can be seen from our damn backyard. They're dumping their nasty little secrets on us. When this is all inevitably goes wrong, who do you think will be blamed?
Eris's cry hung in the air.
Mr. Wayne Kerr? We have a new choice to make now, sister. The town is going to change, whether we like it or not. We're going to choose to be part of that future, or be forgotten in the past. It's a shame. Father named you Augustus, but you will always be a Gus. Good night, Eris. I'll see you at breakfast tomorrow. This is what happens when you elect a dog into public office. Oh my god. It's getting late, children. It sure is. You should go to bed. We're busy, busy, busies. Can we go in here? No, that makes sense, to be fair. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-doo. What are you doing here?
Solomon stood proudly at the entrance to the drugstore, holding a brown bag overflowing with black licorice.
Hey, Solomon. We're looking for Mr. Nuncreed. Is he still in there? I'm afraid not. Then where'd you get that candy from? You might say we have an
Solomon
arrangement.
shoveled a surprising amount of licorice into his mouth.
Sometimes it's the small pleasures in life. Though we might not always have a family to rely on, licorice has never let me down. Well, I can't say licorice would be my first choice, but whatever floats your boat. You can tell a lot about a person by their choice of confection. Oh, yeah, I guess. I like Sarah Gobs. I'm certain you do. Always wondered why Mr. Nuncreed kept licorice in stock. You must eat enough of it to make it worthwhile. There are many ways to earn loyalty. For some, it's easy as cold, hard cash. Okay. Goodbye. Well, he's right. It's locked. There's got to be more clues. Okay, let's see. Wait a second! Besties. One time we got caught and we went in the phone box. Oh, get up and stretch time! Oh, my trousers just falling down there, don't mind me. Ugh. It's okay, you guys don't have to stretch. Oh, you guys want to hear a joke? Why didn't the cheese want to get sliced? It had greater plans. Sorry, that was bad. Google told it to me, alright? Right. Onwards. Have you ever actually seen anyone use this thing? Besides Mr. Nuncreed? No.
Beck cupped her hands on the glass to peek inside.
That's not a normal phone booth. It's got like blinky keypad. Why would there be a blinky keypad? Cred's new rug store. I mean, underground secrets. The password.
Opened the door, and they all squeezed in.
All right, let's see
Luca
here.
cracked his knuckles and entered the letters into the keypad.
Underground secrets. Sounds like that did something. Great. Now what?
The inside of the phone booth dropped loose from its
Packing
shell.
my bag, and I had to come in and tell you how terrible that was.
Without even the space to panic, they closed their eyes, held their breath, and accepted their fate. Suddenly, the chaotic descent slowed to an effortless landing. It was unclear where they ended up, but at least it was solid ground. The air was stagnant and smelled vaguely of chlorine.
I knew it. You knew that there was a secret hub full of storage tubes? Full of strange tubes under the phone booth? Of course I did. Didn't I say that? No? I definitely thought it. Luca, do you remember when I said how cool it would be if the trans-dimensional conduits from Hank Atomic issue 12 were real? Rollo, at one point or another, you've said about every technology ever discovered in Hank Atomic. That's why I'm such a good predictor. It looks like each of these has something written on them. What? Mining Operations Alpha. You guys have mines here? Not that I know of. This town is all farms and fertilizers. And a series of tubes. Ta always says you can only trust a miner up to a point where they hit gold. Not sure how that wisdom applies in this exact situation. That's the thing about Pa, you don't always realize what he means until it's too late. Okay, Rulo. Whatever you say. Perennial Harvest main office. That's where my mum works. What does she do? Science stuff? Is she involved in all of this? We just moved here. How could she be involved? True. Valentine Fertilizer Warehouse. Isn't that where you almost got snatched? Yeah. Why would Perennial Harvest have a tube going to the old Valentine place? This is starting to feel like something big. This suit has a broken mask. Oh my god. So we found our mystery warehouse creeper. We've at least found the hazmat suit. If it walks like an Uncreed and talks like an Uncreed, let's not jump to conclusions. Just saying. That's a lot of buttons. Stand aside, Earthlings. I've read enough Hank Atomic to know my way around to sci-fi
His
tech.
hands hovered over the field of blinking buttons.
Buttons. Buttons. Eeny, meeny, miny. Rollo, what did you do? Nothing. I didn't even mow yet. What was that? Hide. Where? There's nothing but weird tubes down here. Just get back. Oh. Hi. Oh, that's not good. Shit. 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 Awesome. You all need to come with me now. We aren't going anywhere with you. Not until we get some answers. Mr. Underground Secrets. I told them it was an absurd password, but they love anything that makes them feel clever. They who? That's no matter. If I can keep you hidden until after the festival, I might be able to save your skins. He's a good guy? Doing bad things? We don't care about our skins. Hold on, I like my skin. This all stops now, Uncreed.
Joseph waited for a moment in silence.
You sound just like him. Please don't tell me my dad was killed by these creeps. Who? Walt. You don't get to talk about my dad. You know, your father and I were friends back before
He gestured toward the strange tubes.
all of this. That's a lie. It's true. I used to bounce you on my knee. What happened? Same thing always happens. Reality, complications, life. We were a team, Walt and I. An idealistic doctor and his bright-eyed pharmacist. Both hell-bent on helping folks. So you were a sidekick? No. We were partners. He helped the patients, and I helped him. Yep, total psychic.
Nuncreed let out a growl.
Knee surgery. I can't bounce you on my knee anymore, lad. It's broken. Luca, I need you to know this. I need someone to know this. One day, Sharper Valentine comes to us. He says he's got an opportunity. He's found something he didn't quite understand, and he was willing to pay us both handsomely to help understand it. My dad said no. Your father and I both believed in helping people. But the thing I could never get him to understand was it's a lot easier to help others if you help yourself now and then. Classic plot, classic sidekick to villain plot line. It's giving off more Robin vibes than Batman. Walt loved being righteous, almost more than he loved his family. Okay then. Thanks, Fane. He was wrong about one thing, though. When he begged me not to take Valentine's offer, he said, Joseph, if a person says yes one time to Sharper Valentine. He'll make sure they keep on saying yes to him until the day he's dead
He
and
shook
gone.
his head wistfully.
Sharp is long gone, but he's still got me saying yes. Is there a point to this sub-story? Not really, no. Just an old man trying to delay what needs doing.
Nuncreed took a menacing step towards the children.
Ruh-roh! I tried to keep you safe. I tried to keep you and Juniper out of this. Talk about my grandma's not even my grandma right now, man. But you forced my
Luca
hand.
began to laugh.
What? You really don't know. My gran isn't out of this. She's been scheming right under your nose. Juniper? Seems like she's planning on crashing the town's party. She's gonna disrupt the festival? Why would
Color
she?
drained from Nuncreed's face.
How does she know? Apparently she knows a lot of things. Kick him in his knee. His bad knee! What? Let's just say this isn't the only underground layer we've busted into today. And honestly, hers is way cooler. She's got maps and explosives and bad intentions, big man.
Nuncreed grabbed Luca by the shoulders. His eyes were frantic.
You need to tell me what she's gonna do right now. She doesn't understand what she's messing with. Tell me now. She's in danger, boy. I don't know. She had a map with a mark on the fountain in the town square. A fountain? But why
A
would...
jolt of realization struck Mr. Nuncreed.
She knows about the source. What the heck is the source? If she tries to destroy the source, it could catalyze and... Dear God, she's gonna freeze us all. You might actually help us. You will need to run. Run where? Away. As far away from this town as you can get. Head west and don't look back. That did not go how I expected. So... We're totally following him, right? Totally. See you on the other side. Oh my God. You good? Yep. I love this town. I feel like I would fit in here. There just seems to be so much chaos. We're on chapter 8 again.
Hard
Okay.
Truth.
Oh my God.
Beck leapt up, allowing the suction to yank her into the dark. Dimness eclipsed around her like the shutter of a camera, as she seemed to cover great distance in mere moments. Her only points of reference were glints of upcoming turns, which approached with frightening speed, only to carom her gracefully along. She heard the tinny, distant echoes of Rollo's glee. Once she stopped fighting against it, the ride was impossibly smooth. Then, all of a sudden, as if minutes had passed,
Page
in an
69,
instant,
gang.
light blazed into view. A burst of wintry air snuffed across her face, and she was flung out into the cold.
That's my house. That was intense. Yeah. I think I might have parted with some fluids in there. Any idea where we are? So much gold. Doesn't look like it got any of us. I didn't feel like we travelled that far. So where did it all go? This place sucks. Why would anyone want to blow up something up out here? Only one way to find out, I suppose. We've got to catch up to Nuncreed. I think he went this way. Luca. Luca, this is your house. Sir. Stop it. No. This... The town's frozen. Guys. Guys. This looks familiar. Yeah. Maybe we can clear off the snow. No time. Nuncreed's getting away. When did the town have time to freeze? Okay, this is starting to feel really familiar. Okay, I may not be the most well versed on all things Beacon Pines, but this does look like some sort of frozen replica of the town. Ah, I got it. Okay, I think I'm done. All this cold is making me sneezy, guys. Oh no, there's another one in there. Stop it, nose. It's so obvious now. Mr. Nuncreed is an alien. Rolo, stick with me here. His species can only live in sub-zero temperatures. Oh boy, here we go. The source is their base camp dimension, so naturally they keep it cold. We found it by traveling through those metallic wormholes back there. The final objective, kill us all and shapeshift into a Beacon Pines citizen of their choosing. You never really had me, but you very much lost me there. You get used to it. We should keep moving. Hang on, guys. I might have to take an antihistamine or something. My nose is just going berserk. I'm just looking at this cold, and the cold air noises is making me go like, chewy. I'll have to cover up my little pumpkin. Say goodbye to the jack-o'-lantern top. Hell did indeed freeze over, yes.
As they rounded the corner to the frozen town square, they spotted Mr. Nuncreed inching cautiously toward a pit at its center. He held his arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild.
Oh boy.
Upon closing the distance, Luca recognized what Nuncreed was after. Gran stood confidently at the edge, one arm outstretched over the abyss. Nearby, a wheelbarrow had been emptied out. She held a lit torch, which flickered in the bitter wind.
Juniper, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I assure you this is not going to solve anything. If you drop that, you've doomed this whole town. Oh, it wasn't me who doomed the town. I've been watching you, Joseph. I know what you've done. You and your co-conspirators. Gran? What's happening? Luca, you and your friends need to leave right this moment.
Mr. Nuncreed turned back toward the kids, desperation in his eyes.
Listen to your grandma, Luca. This is between me and Juniper.
Back held steadfast in awe. Luca approached closer. Mr. Nuncreed spun back toward Gran, his voice growing louder.
You've got it all wrong, Juniper. Just hand over the torch. You don't understand what you're doing. How could I possibly trust you to do the right thing? Walt told me everything. He trusted you, and you betrayed that trust. Luca, did you know this man's entire life is a lie? I know your entire life is a lie. You're deceased. If it weren't for him, your father might still be alive.
Mr. Nuncreed winced with anguish. His voice hardened.
That's not
They
true.
both now yelled, not to each other, but at fate itself, making their peace with long-held burdens. The wind howled with encouragement.
Walt was like a brother to me. We just had different ideas about how to effect change. Very convenient that your way just happened to line your pockets. Now, that's not
They
fair.
grimaced at each other, both catching their breath. The moment balanced on a knife's edge. Amid a blur of emotions and memories, Luca's mind flooded with questions. The wind calmed, as if to give him the stage. And in the stillness, he began to weep.
Oh.
It was all just too much. Falling to his knees, Luca whimpered softly. The tears crystallized as they hit the snow. Gran stared at Luca for a moment with warm sympathy, remembering why this was all necessary.
This'll all make sense soon, Luca. Then everything can go back to normal. I
She
promise.
stiffened up and brandished the torch at Mr. Nuncreed.
It won't. It won't go back to normal. No. You can't hide behind those people any longer, Joseph. Once their precious source is destroyed, we'll all see where the loyalties fall. Juniper,
Ignoring
don't.
his final plea, Gran flung the torch into the deep darkness.
I have to get a different thing. I can't. I guess weep isn't doing it.
She smiled and exhaled in relief. Mr. Nuncreed moaned in resignation.
Shit. Jumper's probably on back to front.
The torch echoed as it ricocheted down the hole, punctuated
No.
with a thunderous thud.
You see, Joseph, I've learned one very important lesson in life. If you want things to change, you must be willing
Before Gran could
to...
finish, the ground shook her to silence.
You done fucked up, Granny. We all done fucked up.
Gran only had time to spin around and run to Luca. Her attempt to shield him, an honorable but trifling act. Unflinching love, pitted against an unthinking horror. There was no contest. Her warm embrace froze in an instant. That is where they remain, fixed in place, forever. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a town brought low by its secrets, sits the frozen statues of a misguided band of meddlers. The end. Well, that was dire.
Why?
On the bright side, we finally figured out where all the ice is coming from. Now, we just need to find a way to deal with a mystic, unfathomable force of nature.
Yeah. Chill? Our only other option here is chill, right? Did we win? No. No, we did not win. I think our options are chill. Because the thing is, even if we went with Sly, we just come back to here and we don't have anything else to go against Weep. Are we all dead? Yes.
They'd run the classic good cop, chill cop interrogation.
Oh, Hannah, that's just gonna play it cool.
Luca Luca walked calmly to the light switch, flicking it off and on a few times. Mr. Tolliver shook his head, gathering his wits.
Golly, I sure got my bell rung.
Over to find Luca,
Well.
who returned a calming grin.
Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Just gotta grab some tissue. And I might have a little toilet break while I'm at it. So if you guys need to have a little toilet break yourselves, or get a drink, or a snack, or anything like that, now's the time to do it. And I shall return. Okay, we're back. He looked over to find Luca, who returned a calming grin. Sorry, Mr. Tolliver. This is all a big mistake. Luca, what's going on here? Why do you have me strapped down? No one's fault, really. Rolo just got a little startled. Rolo's here?
Rolo and Beck emerged from hiding to give a timid wave.
Well, alright. Mistakes happen. You kids gave old Hiram a good scare. Let's just get me out of these ropes and call it even.
Luca glanced over to Rolo and Beck, who replied with skeptical looks.
Mr. Tolliver, why are you in my grand's basement? I'm here to help, of course. Help with what? What's my gran up to? If you'll just cut me loose, I can show you. How do I know we can trust you?
Mr. Tolliver exhaled with disappointment.
That's the plan, Quaz. It should be slightly different because we chose a different word. It's kind of the aim of the game. Luca, have I ever done anything wrong by you? No. And since your gran moved to town, I haven't been nothing but welcoming. Yeah. So why would I turn my back on your family now? It's just... all this stuff seems pretty weird. A board with names of people from town. An archive of my dad's old disturbing patient
Luca
notes.
gestured to the corner.
What happened? We died. Our gran threw a fire and some explosives in a big hole, and then ice came up and froze everybody. Yeah. Barrels of explosives. I can explain everything. You just need to untie me. Kids deserve an
Luca looked
explanation.
again to Rolo and Beck. This time they shrugged. Luca began to slowly loosen the binding.
Probably a mistake.
Mr. Tolliver gently rubbed his wrists.
That's a good lad. This will all make sense in
He edged
time.
imperceptibly toward
That's
the
what
stairs
people
as he
keep
spoke.
saying to me, but nothing's making sense. You see, this town has secrets, Luca. I see you moving. Very dark past
Before the
indeed.
kids had even noticed his movement, Mr. Tolliver was at the light switch.
A past that must be brought
Punctuated
to
his final words by flicking the switch and rushing up the stairs.
light. Son of
Beck
a...
turned to the wall and turned back on the lights. It was too late. Rolo confirmed what they all heard.
He just locked us down
Mr.
here.
Tolliver's muffled voice came from behind the door.
You thought it was wholesome? Nah, we're all gonna die. I wasn't lying, you know. This is for your own good. You kids just keep tight down here. And let the
They
adults
looked
handle
bewildered
this.
at each other.
Play it cool, huh? Not now, Beck.
They heard the staccato thump of quick steps
Wait.
exiting the house.
So that wasn't the right
kids looked
choice?
Down in resignation. This isn't how it goes in Hank Atomic. For some reason, they'd always assumed it was up to them to save their town. Luca opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right. Only a hollow croak escaped. The end.
That definitely wasn't the right one.
Well, we certainly aren't going to find a grand resolution to our tale locked in a basement. Back to the drawing board.
I don't have that. What's that? What's that? What? Do you see that orange thing on the stream? What the heck? Like on the left hand side of the book. I see like little orange, but it's not on the game. Thank you. Oh, I wanted it in my spooky cup.
Oh,
That's okay though. A hot chocolate is a hot chocolate.
And hot chocolate is like a rifle box.
What? I hope you know I'm gonna have to buy another one of those things so I can have all the, you know, bells and whistles.
That's fair.
Right, I am frustrated now. I mean, not real, like I like it. I think it's cool. Look at that. By the way, I'm talking about being frustrated at the game, not Lee's hot chocolate cup choice. Oh my god, have you guys not seen my spooky cup? So, it's like a pearlescent ghost. I don't know how else to describe it. As a pearlescent ghost. I'll post a picture in the Discord. But yeah, very cool mug. I got it from Poundland for Halloween. It was £1.50. Inflation, am I right? Anyways, but yeah, look at these little pumpkins. You guys can't see them. Hold on. So I got it's Galaxy hot chocolate, like a little. I think they're called sticks of it. So it's like a packet, or like a long thin packet. Why do I keep doing this on stream? And then it also comes with marshmallows and a bunch of. God, I don't know how to show this. These little teeny tiny pumpkin sprinkles. And I bought the cream separately, obviously. But yeah, it's gonna look so cute in my spooky mug. It's gonna be so Instagrammable. The background is bad. Thank you. Look, there's back curtains up here. Obviously, my usual cute fairy lights, and then a freaking ghost, and then also all of this business. I was like not sure I was gonna have a Halloween overlay set, or I probably would have made one, but it wasn't going to be very good kind of vibes. Hold on, I'm just trying to get my bloody password in my phone. There we go. What was I saying? Yeah, but Stream Elements had a load of them for free. Not all Halloween ones. They do have like just a load of stuff. There's like 2 Halloween ones, I think. And yeah, it's all good times. So I've got this now, and I'm loving it. And this is going to be for the next month until November. Because 'tis spooky season. 'Tis the season to be spooky. Fa la 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 la. I was also thinking maybe at some point next week doing a Hocus Pocus and Hocus Pocus 2 a Discord cinema situation. More on that later. But we'll talk about it in the Discord, I think. Spooky season is your vibes. Yes. I love Halloween so much. And like, I don't like being scared. I kind of do because adrenaline rushes are fun. But yeah, I'm not like super going out my way to get scared all the time, but Halloween Halloween just gets me in the mood, you know, for scares, for spooks. Right, what are we gonna do, guys? I don't know what to do about this situation. I'm very stuck. There must be something we've missed, but I don't know where. Night, Abby. Get your sleepy sleepies. Have a fun day tomorrow. Take lots of pictures so I can be super jealous. Oh, Dinky. Yeah, I don't know what to do. You want to watch the Discord movies? Awesome. I'll let you know in the Discord, sort of like potential dates we could do it. Photos of what? She's going to London. I can't go because I'm busy hosting my son a birthday party. Yeah, that's definitely it. Might. It's not even letting me do this. Aha! Right. There's got to be something. Abby, do you want to do Race for Life with me next year? We can literally just like
run the classic. Luca and Rollo ducked behind a barrel,
walk
leaving
it.
Beck to her task.
But I didn't do it this year. I missed it. I'm just gonna skip through all of this.
Mr. Tolliver looked. Beck caught sheet up his was.
So there was a train
Mr.
strike
Tolliver
today. Oh my,
Beck quickly-
tomorrow. I think the train's gonna be foot. Oof.
Mr. Tolliver. Beck twirled her. Beck shook her head. Mr. Tolliver let out a. Beck was on a roll.
Riveting conversation, this, isn't it? Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow, wow.
Heading for the stairs, Mr. Tolliver hesitated and turned to Beck. She grinned with a shrug.
Right.
Beck.
Beck.
She turned to the.
Okay. Alright.
Luca and Beck.
Good stuff.
For a town that saw the road leading to Beacon Pine, a sort of natural barrier.
There's got to be something. Something we've missed. Something we can interact with. Excuse me. Sorry about that.
Luca wrapped a twig of thyme around. Some fish have refined tastes.
Okay, let's get fishing. I don't know if this will do anything to affect our story at all. Property of Sharper Valentine figures. If he had his way, property of Sharper Valentine would be written on everything in this town. The man's got a contentious relationship with time. We'll keep it here in case he ever wants to pick it up. Okay. Maybe... Guys, we need to find something. It's fine, I only work there. I don't live anywhere near there, okay? So you've got to go, you know, on a train there during train strikes. My father-in-law works for, like, he's a train driver. But, am I still carrying the thing? No, I'm not. Okay. Damn. Yes, we're there.
Gus looked.
Sorry. I hope nobody missed this earlier and wants to read it. Basically, she's ragging on him, and he's like, get over it. Move with the times. Okay, what if knowledge he spat with a sneer? There exists a gulf between knowing something and being able to do a damn thing about it. I do hate it when the villain makes a good point. Gross. Me too. I mean, maybe we should, but also maybe there's some secrets to be found. Let's go punch the watermelon. You want to punch it with me, guys? We found something.
We all know Beacon Pines is a great town. What you may not know is great towns grow from mighty roots. And that is why you cannot tell the story
Me or Will?
of Beacon Pines
I'm
without
not. I
telling
think
the
Henry
story
might
of
be.
one Sharper Valentine. Young Sharper's keen intellect and strong moral fiber led to a grand vision. A vision of a community dedicated to a better tomorrow. In his own words, a better tomorrow is within our grasp, but it requires a singular mind to harness it. Lucky for us, he decided to grow that vision here, in Beacon Pines. And how does one grow a better tomorrow? With fertilizer, of course. Valentine's Fertilizer Company became the lifeblood of a town yearning for purpose. But then tragedy struck. A scientific experiment gone wrong. An accident which took Sharper away from us far too soon.
Oh.
To this day, we struggle to pick up the pieces. But one foul harvest isn't enough to stop the people of Beacon Pines. The spirit of Sharper Valentine lives on. It lives in the hearts of everyone with a dream for a better tomorrow. Together, we will follow his example and grow a bountiful future.
Huzzah!
Paid for by the Valentine family and the Valentine
This whole
family.
town's a pyramid scheme. Kinda. Right, anything else we can find?
Solomon Stippling
Okay.
Brown.
I wonder if now that we're I don't want to go all the way through all of this again. But I'm not sure what else we could possibly find. Let's just see if we can do anything other than
Solomon Shovel.
yeah. Other than go in the phone booth a second. La 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 la. Fine. Let's just see. Let's see if it lets us. We'll look around. Maybe we can slap fight in somewhere else. Oh. Flight. Where'd that come from? I realise you guys are totally off with the story from
and
here.
Decided to take the only option they had left. Flight.
Currently, where we are in this branch of the tree, this bully dude's face got swollen up. We've not met Beck's mums. We haven't seen any of this sus business with our gran. And Rolo has been kidnapped by the clipboard people. And they're surrounding us.
He squinted down the barrel of the mission control defense cannon, aiming it through an opening in the dense
I
tree
don't
branches.
know. We'll find out, class. We'll find out.
He looked up with surprise as it struck true and taut.
Hey, Mr. Kerr. We'd love to hear your thoughts, but I'm afraid we have places to be. Come on, Iggy. See ya, jerks. Fine, we know where that leads them. This way, we'll make tunnels.
Luca and Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage. After what felt like a marathon, Luca stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing.
What the-
That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back. The boys tumbled down a steep decline and crashed with a wheezing thud on a surface as hard as ice. In fact, it was ice.
How did
Chapter
we-
5. Signs.
Oh my god, we're back on
They
chapter
stood
5.
silently, catching their breath. The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luca's lungs. Let's keep moving. Luca pulled Iggy to his feet as they gazed across the snowy terrain.
That was actually pretty badass.
Uh-huh. I think we lost him. Are we up in the mountains? I don't think so. If anything, we went downhill.
Then what's up with the Winter Wonderland?
All I know is there's no going back the way we came. Let's see if we can get our bearings. Follow me.
Luca.
Luca, are you there?
Luca had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying.
Is that Bozo Kerr? I hope nothing bad has happened to you out there in those
Luca
woods.
looked at Iggy with hesitation.
No need to be
With a resigned
rude.
sigh, Luca responded.
It seems like the only dangerous thing in the woods is you. Oh. Oh, it's the... It's Kerr. It's Kerr. Yeah. It's Juan Kerr. Yeah. Now, how in tarnation did you end up in one of our radios? Just lucky, I guess. Boy, howdy, you Van Horns are full of surprises, aren't you? You knew my parents? I never had the honor of meeting your father, but your mum sure was a
Luca
handful.
winced, shoving the walkie-talkie back into his pocket.
We gotta keep moving.
Okay. No tree for my daddy. Oh. Do we want to go that way?
A disc of smooth metal was light. Two faint seams were visible along.
A manhole cover? If it is, I've never seen one like it. Okay. Oh shit. What's the readout? Just sitting above 258 Kelvin. That's down a bit from last time. We should report this. Should we report this to Mr. Kerr? Meh. Still within safe ranges. It may be spreading, but it's under control for now. Even a small nudge in the equilibrium could cause a cascade. Do relax. Just a few more sites to hit before we can punch out. Let's get this over with. Shit, bruh. What's this? Hard to say with all the snow. I think it's a town sign. I can almost make out the letters under there. What town could this even be? There couldn't be another town this deep into the Wheatwoods. Looking at the evidence to the contrary. Well, let's figure out what we're dealing with here. Step 1, Snow's gotta go. I'll see what I can do. Oh. It happened.
The
It
boy
happened.
stared in disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines."
This doesn't make any sense. We're in Beacon Pines? How's that possible? We ran away from town. How do we get back here? I guess we got turned around? Where did all the snow come from? Well, it's been colder than normal lately. There's a pretty big difference between sweater weather and this Arctic hellscape. The puddle we fought at before, it was cold too. Maybe it leads to one source. You think it's related? What the hell's going on? I'm gonna get you some answers. Let's keep moving. Oh my god. Oh my god, guys.
The fencing glistened, each chain link encapsulated with a translucent layer of ice.
Well, looks like the stuff they put up around Wheatwoods. The stuff who put up? I don't know. Does stuff look familiar to you? It looks like the barrel near the puddle I shoved me into? Yeah. Surely this can't be the true path. We're just here to... Freaking heck. It's all frozen.
Looking down at the frozen stream, Luca could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
Whatever happened here, it happened fast. The fish didn't even have time to run. Or, you know, swim run.
The crunching of footsteps trailing Luca went hush. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
Everyone's gone. What? There's nothing here but more snow. There must be an explanation for all of this. We have to keep looking. You can look all you want. I quit. Iggy, we have to keep going. You don't get it, do you? This isn't one of your pathetic hack atomic stories. We aren't going to save the day. We aren't even going to save ourselves. My face is mangled, the town is destroyed, and everyone we've ever known is gone. We don't know that. You can't just quit. Do whatever you want. I'm done. Iggy, it's gonna be okay.
Luca peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry. Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca a sense of compassion, and more than a little guilt.
It is getting pretty late, I think. Probably not a great idea to stumble around in the dark anyway.
Luca allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy.
Stretch! Let's just rest for a bit.
The boys huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb.
Wait. That's not the... That building isn't the building that's there in current Beacon Pines. Because that building is all modern and tall and fancy, and that dude was moaning that it was in the way. That one's a bit shorter and has, like, less windows? What is happening? It's kind of calming. Yeah. I haven't had time to say it, but thanks. Huh? For getting us away from those creeps. I sort of froze up back there. Iggy, I should be the one apologizing. This all happened because I lost my temper. Nah, that's bull hoggy. First of all, you didn't know what that gun would do. You didn't, right? Of course not. And second, stop with this baloney about you losing your temper. But I did lose my
Iggy
temper.
motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously. But that's exactly what you should have done. Huh? I was being a horse's ass. You were supposed to be a horse's ass in response. That's how it works. Iggy, I'm having a hard time following. You wanted me to fight you? Of course. Geez, you goody-goody types take forever to understand. This is a very basic point. Why would you go around saying cruel things trying to get into
Iggy
fights?
shrugged.
There's something to do. You're an asshole because you're bored. Sometimes I just feel empty. You wouldn't understand. You and Roller are always having a blast together. Laughing and calling that dinky little treehouse and mission
Iggy
control.
now wept openly.
Perfect little Luca Van Horn. With his perfect little life. My life is not perfect. Everybody in town likes you. Not everybody. Hell, that new girl hasn't even unpacked yet and she already likes you. You have
He
Tish.
wiped his nose with a sleeve.
I love Tish. Tish is great. But she isn't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know?
Luca gave a warm chuckle.
So Tish just goes yup to everything. I get that
Iggy
impression.
cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes.
Huh. It must be raining out here. Definitely.
He arched into a wide yawn.
We should probably try and get some sleep. Yeah. Let's lay low for now. Tomorrow, we'll get to the bottom
Luca's
of all this.
eyelids began to slowly drift shut.
Luca? Yeah? I always did want to see the inside of your dinky little treehouse. What did you think? Not bad. I'll give you the full tour when we get back. You know what?
That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing to sleep. Iggy snuggled in some more.
When it comes to worst days of my entire life, this one wasn't half bad. Aww, that's almost sweet.
The house smelled of warm bread. Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luca spoke. "This is how you remember them, huh?" Luca turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes. Aww, look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this. The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy.
Luca's dead.
You don't remember, do you? Luca snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us. Luca turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. He didn't abandon us. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Well, let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luca was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. No, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luca heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting.
Oh no.
Remember what we did next? Luca gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them. Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong.
What
I can
is
never live with
wrong?
myself if I let Sharper get away with this. Eleanor raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son?
Yeah.
Luca flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luca, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luca descended the stairs. Mom? Dad? What's going on? Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all. Luca placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing. It sounded like you were going somewhere. Walt gently removed the device from Luca's ears.
No, Papa.
Listen to me,
Do
Luca.
not leave
I have
us.
some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in. Luca hugged his father tightly.
I don't believe you for 1
Walt
second.
stood up and walked to the door. He glanced. I promise. With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun.
He 100% just used us to get out of the house without his wife stopping him more. Shitbag.
A figure approached soundlessly from the foggy snowfall. It stood above them, lingering in contemplation. Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head. From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Get your hands off me.
Was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger? Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
Just what do you think you're
Luca looked
doing?
up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
You two certainly have caused a lot of commotion. What's that supposed to mean? Take it easy, Iggy. We were asleep, minding our own business. You're the one running around knocking on people's heads. I don't know. We didn't actually fully know what happened to his dad. I think it was like a car accident or something, maybe. But it seems like he was off, you know. I'm sorry if I hurt you, Iggy. You didn't hurt me. You didn't hurt nobody. Anybody. Huh? Oh, I see. You think you're better than me?
When
You...
it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
You big-headed, scarfy neck furball. Okay, let's lower our temperature a bit here. Interesting choice of words. I mean, let's just all calm down. Who are you? A friend? An observer? A hitchhiker on the infinite expanse of possibility? Great, how about a name? If you must call me something, you can call me Nat.
Iggy huffed with gratification.
How about you make like a gnat and buzz off? Very well.
Nat began to turn away indifferently.
Wait, do you live here? You might say that. Do you know where we are? You might also say that. Look, pal, we're just trying to find out a safe way out of here. You gotta help us or not. Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are. Alright, that does it. Luca, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. I'm getting out of here one way or another.
Iggy turned sharply and began to stomp off.
Enough with the riddles. Iggy, wait up.
Realizing he'd worn their patience then, Nat relented.
Nat's a boy? Very well, I suppose this isn't time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get back
Luca
home.
and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath in.
Close your eyes.
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers.
Okay,
For a
open them.
brief moment, Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place, cold and disheartened.
This is your home. This is Beacon Pines. Look, Nat, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some time travel gate in the Wheat Woods? Or we teleported to some alternate universe? Or this is all just some cruel experiment by Kerr and his goons? But this is not our home. You're inching closer to the truth. Alas, the reality is much less fanciful. Just give it to us straight. So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines. The original true Beacon Pines. I knew it! Sorry. Nah, the rat, maybe. Didn't I say that building is what was there before the perennial harvest? This is Beacon Pines. I don't know what that bullshit we were living in is, but it's not our Beacon Pines. It's fake Beacon Pines. When they sent us away to the hotel for whatever it was, like a week or a month or something, they built fake Beacon Pines. How did we freeze it? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I finally called one of these plot twists. You both grew up here, but the town you've called home for the past several years is a replica. A remarkable achievement of engineering, to be fair, but a replica nonetheless.
That's impossible.
It's too much work. You'd need a whole town to replicate a whole town. Indeed, to pull off such a feat would require immense labour, power. That which could be moved would be moved. That which could not would require a precise duplicate. We would have noticed. Someone would have noticed. You'd think so, unless the auditing was impeccable. A mind-numbing attention to detail. As for the innumerable trivialities which complete the tapestry, well, you can leave that to a miraculous thing we call a brain. It has a real aversion to discontinuity. Revulsion, even. Sorry, I can't read. The brain has a wonderful way of smoothing out the rough edges, keeping us sane. My sat-nav would have noticed.
Luca and Iggy looked around uncomfortably.
So you're saying that someone made an entire new town and moved us all, and no one noticed? Precisely. But why? Why is the one question that can never be answered with certainty. The best one can do is
Nat
to
narrowed
uncover
his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered,
the source.
Why do you say the source like that?
Why
Luca
indeed?
began to laugh uncomfortably.
This is all ridiculous. There's no way they
He
could.
looked down at his feet. His eyes started back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him.
If this really is home,
He sprinted off into the pale distance. As Iggy turned to follow, Nat called out.
Iggy, it's not too late to turn back. Simple head west through the Wheat Woods. What?
Chapter 6.
Chapter 6. Which tiny prick kickstarted a localized ice age? I don't know. We're gonna find out.
Source.
Probably Grandma.
Nat expressed his sympathy with a shrug and sauntered off as unassumingly as he'd arrived. He'd given Luca and Iggy what they needed, and nothing more. As Luca sprinted across the snow, the events of the past few days became clearer. Pieces
Where's
to
he
a larger
going?
puzzle. Rollo said he was underground somewhere, captured. Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies. The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing Iggy. It all seemed to point to perennial harvest. But right now, there was one thing that Luca needed to know. Luca stopped dead in his tracks. The tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth. He dropped to his knees and dug wildly at the cold snow.
Where his dad's buried?
His numb hands hit something hard. A headstone.
Oh
A dry
no.
whisper escaped Luca's lips.
You're here. All this time I thought I was visiting you. But you've been here alone in the snow. Dad, I'm so sorry. Guys, I'm actually crying a little bit. Fucking hell. They ruined your favourite spot in the world. Our favourite spot in the world. Dad, what do I
There
do?
was no reply. Just snow-covered silence.
Why'd you give me the slip like that? What if I couldn't find you, you
Iggy
jerk?
finally noticed the tears welling in Luca's eyes and the snow-covered grave.
Oh. Iggy, they stole this tree, Iggy. Yikes.
Suddenly, they heard the crunch of approaching footsteps in the snow.
Oh no. We gotta hide. $259K. Fall off distance still good. Dude, did you hear me? I said 259. Sorry. Do you ever think about what we did here? We saved a whole town of people. Doesn't feel like it sometimes. What about everything we left behind? There's a grave of someone with a family. The people who love them will never know the truth. Truth is
He bent down to
overrated.
scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully.
Oh, I think that's like distance from the source. Don't be such a downer, dude. We took this job to change the world. Yeah. Come on. It's almost lunchtime. What is this? Weirdo. Here, I thought I was a jerk. These dinguses are out here literally dancing on
Luca
graves.
stuttered through heaving sobs.
I thought I was visiting him. I thought he was with me. Not gonna lie, that's a bad break. Here's some
Gave
advice.
Luca a solid smack on the back of his head.
Hey, who's any of this helping? What? Sitting here in the snow, crying like some pushover? Who you helping? Iggy, look what they did. They lied to everyone. Blah, blah, blah. Luca Van Horn, you're a lot of things, but you ain't no pushover. What did I tell you before? When some jerk comes at ya, acting like a horse's ass, I should stand up for myself? Hell yeah. Kerr and his merry little band of clipboards pulled off this switcheroo for a reason, right? Matt mentioned something about the
Luca
source.
wiped his eyes with a sleeve.
Whatever's at the source must be awfully valuable to the perennial harvest. It sure would be a shame if something unfortunate were to happen to their precious source, wouldn't it? What did you have in mind? If it's small enough to steal, we snatch it. If it's too big to snatch, we smash it. And what if it's too big to
He
smash?
flashed a mischievous smile and cracked his knuckles.
I'm always up for a challenge. Gonna make this right, Dad. I promise. Let's do this. Well, we know where the source is. Let's go. It can get awful cold out there in those woods, Luca. Probably best you two stay put and conserve your energy. Help's on the way. Where's Rolo? Where's my mum? Did you kill her? Oh heavens no, do I seem like a killer to you? Yes?
Iggy and Luca shared a skeptical look.
Well, do I? Oh shucks, now that hurts my feelings. Screw that guy. Can I throw one at him? Oh, it's gone now. It's back. Hold on, no. Stop it. Hey. Ah! No, I want to throw one at him. Psh, rude. Wait a minute. If this is the original town, that means...
Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously. He emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted on its lid.
What's that? Long story. So a few years back, I came into possession of some premium grade fireworks and not the wimpy firecracker stuff they give kids, the good stuff. So why did you bury it under a tree? That's the long part of the story. You and Rolo were doing chores at Rolo's chicken coop, and you guys pissed me off for some reason or another.
Luca rolled his eyes with realization.
No,
Iggy
didn't.
stifled a chuckle.
Yep. I just wanted to give you guys a little scare. But like I said, these were some primo fireworks. So I might have underestimated things. You blew up the chicken coop. I prefer to think of it as a incendiary redecoration. Sorry, but you should have seen the look on your faces. Rolo got grounded for months, which is why I needed to stash the evidence and lay low. So I buried him under that tree. But when I came back for him later, they were gone. I figured some grown-up found him and tossed
Iggy
him.
triumphantly raised the shoebox.
Turns out, it wasn't the fireworks that got moved. It was us. Unbelievable. We got some fireworks. Fireworks. Do you think this is a game? Newsflash, boyo, you're not a hero. You're a little brat who is in way over his head. A hero is just someone who refuses to give up. Comics these days are rotting children's brains. Everyone thinks they're a spaceman superhero. I was always partial to Hank Atomic myself. Is that so? Do you really think you have a chance against us? You have no idea how powerful we are. Prepare for blast off, loser. Crooked. Just like this whole stinking place. I'm assuming we can't. Okay. Are we gonna for real blow this up after we know what's gonna happen?
Iggy inched up to the edge of
Yeah,
the
we're back at the hole.
held
Enjoy
down
your
in
luck.
place. Arctic air breathed out of the cavern in heaving gusts.
Echo! 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 Whoa. I can see why they wanted us to move. Why they wanted to move us all out of town now. But why would they dig a giant hole? I think this is it. Is this the source? It's a dang hole! How do we smash a hole? Oh no. Oh shoot. Oh, it's much more than that, my annoying little friend. Kuh. Where's Rolo? I wasn't lying before. He's safe. Well, safer than you two at least. Drats, it's cold. You just had to drag me all the way out here, didn't you?
Mr. Kerr gazed down the abyss in contemplation.
It really is something, isn't it? What did you do to our town? What is all of this? Well, that's a doozy of a question. This is the source where they collect the unrefined.
Kerr scratched the back of his head.
Honestly, boys, I don't understand any of this well enough to explain it. The fact of the matter is, I'm not paid to know. What do you mean, you don't know? Ain't you in charge? Oh, heavens no. My role is merely to flash a winning smile and manage various complications. Complications like us? You are a smart boy.
His face contorted into a saccharine grin.
It really is nothing personal. Some people are destined to strive for greatness, and others are simply obstacles along the way. Seems like you were destined to be a creepy lackey. The point is that we all play our parts in life. Mine just happens to be a lead in the role of a lifetime. You happen to be extras ready for your curtain call. We aren't giving up without a fight. Your smile's gonna be not gonna be so winning after we're done with you. Now, boys, there's no need for melodrama. It makes even a professional such as myself embarrassed for you. Let's change the mood a bit.
Snapped his fingers.
Scene change. Oh no. There, that's better. Deal with them.
Iggy turned to Luca with a sly glance.
Why are you smirking? Because I have a box full of fireworks and you don't.
Iggy waved the box into the air, threatening to drop it down the hole.
We're gonna turn into ice again. Stop. Well, let's not do something regrettable. Joke's on you. Regret is one of my specialities. Out of curiosity, what would happen if I threw these in your precious hole? Nothing. Nothing at all. You're a terrible liar. I'll have you know, I'm an exceptional liar. Blub, blub, blub. That's far
Iggy
enough.
plucked a single bottle rocket from the box and held it up with reverence.
Stop, you fool! Cool off your goons.
After a long pause, Mr. Kerr flung up his hand with frustration.
Very well. You can all head back for the night. It's been a long day. I'll handle these two from here.
Mr. Kerr sighed into the frigid air.
It's just as now, Iggy. You can put that down. What, like
With
this?
a nonchalant flick, Iggy tossed the firework into the hole.
Iggy! Iggy. Ooh. Whoa.
With a growl, Kerr leapt at Iggy, crashing through Luca. Iggy tried to twist away, but in the struggle they both tumbled over the side. Luca dove forward, bracing Iggy's hand just before it slipped. His grip was made precarious by the cold, wet snow. He could see Kerr further down, clinging to Iggy's coat.
You reckless child! What have you done? Luca, listen to me. Hold on tight and use the walkie-talkie to call them back. How, what channel do I use? It doesn't make a damn difference. They're always listening. If you do that, the clipboards will just haul us up and snag us both. The one way you can get out of this is if Kerr's out of the picture. Just let go and save yourself. If he lets go, we both die. I don't want to die, but seeing the look on your face almost makes it worth it. Mr. Kerr, you've had a long life. Why don't you actually do something selfless and just let go?
Mr. Kerr gasped with insult.
Long life? I'll have you know I can still play 25. You should have heard me sing the part of Phyllis Young.
With a wild look in his eye, Mr. Kerr began to hum a proud melody.
Dum-dum, dum-dum. Wow, can you believe this guy?
Luca's hand began to cramp. His voice
I know what to
began
do.
to crack.
I think we're still going to freeze. But I'm going to go back to the other one and hum instead of cry. Kurt, just let go. No can do. If you want to save your friend, you'll have to save me too. Luca, look at me. It's okay.
Luca felt Iggy loosen his grasp.
You aren't going to kill your friend like that, are you? I mean, he's been my friend for like 2 seconds.
Every muscle in Luca's body burned.
I'm not his friend. Yes, you are. Nah, I'm just a no-good bully. Like you, Kerr. Iggy,
Luca felt his
no!
hand slipping.
And I told you what you need to do with bullies. You can't. It's your only way out of this mess. 2 birds, 1 stone. It makes sense for us to fall together. Wackadoos travel back.
A calm settled over Iggy's face.
Luca, let me do this.
Iggy's voice was colder than the bitter air billowing from the chasm.
Let me do this right thing. Let me do the right thing for once. Guys, what do we do? I'm gonna accept.
Luca had no choice but to accept Iggy's request.
Yeah.
With a quiet blink, Luca watched a teardrop sail down into the howling void. As his fingers slowly gave up, he met eyes with Iggy.
Good.
The 2 silhouettes were swallowed by darkness.
Hell of a goodbye, Iggy. Luca, you should really step back. What? Quickly. Curious. Ah, but of course. Those fireworks of Iggy's must have been just the right amount of energy. We should get out of here before perennial harvest arrives. Not until you tell me what just happened. Your friend's sacrifice just saved this town. For a little while, anyway. How? Tempus liquamine is a peculiar substance. It can change the relationship between matter and time itself, but doing so requires unfathomable energy. In a closed system, that energy can only come from its surroundings. A useful side product of this property being, by adding precisely the correct amount of energy to it, one can create a cryogenic cascade. So the gunk made the thing cold and the fireworks made the whole freeze over? That's one way of putting it, yes. As dumb luck would have it, the fireworks weren't strong enough to generate a runaway reaction. I shudder to think what would have happened in that
We have
case.
some idea what that would look like.
It will take them a good while to safely break through and access the source again. If you know all this stuff, why haven't you been helping? I have been, in my way. Each of us has our role to play. Iggy's role, it turns out, was to buy us precious time. Mine has been to observe and wait. Wait for what? You. Me? Why? What's my
A
role?
fierce twinkle flashed in Nat's eyes.
Luca Van Horn, you're gonna save the world.
With a chuckle, Nat turned and walked west. Dumbfounded, Luca followed behind him, trudging through the snow. Every step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew, and closer to destiny.
We're gonna save the world? Okay, but for real, what is that yellow thing on my... It's not that. It's part of this. Hold on, guys. Sorry, this is really... It's been doing my nutting, honestly. Let me just oust it. Ah, yes, I see. Delete. Save. And it's gone. Okay, right. Back to the game.
To be continued in Beacon Pines, Pines Harder. Revenge served cold. Second time. Wait, that's it? This ends with a crummy cliffhanger just when it was getting good?
Surely
I was
not.
even starting to like Iggy. No way. I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels. Let's go back and find something more definitive.
What? Alright. I told you Home was gonna be there.
And in the stillness,
Now we know about the fireworks.
he began to hum. After the death of his father, Luca had trouble sleeping.
This has been a ride,
Each
guys.
night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody. It was the only thing that could calm his mind. The only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay. That melody pervaded every memory Luca had of his mother. Shivering in the raw snow, he began to hum it out loud. Gran lowered the torch, listening closely. As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank. Those countless nights of consolation, the incomparable loss they shared together. She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out. A few steps toward Luca was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself. Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along, note for note.
Night. Have a good sleepies.
Luca lifted his head in astonishment. The last time he heard that melody was the last night he saw his mother.
How do you know? I'm so sorry, my little buckaroo. Buckaroo. The only people who call me that are my dad and your mother.
Luca blinked through blurry, watery eyes, trying to see more clearly. He could just make out the impression of a familiar face. He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees.
You're telling me Gran did die, and this is our mum?
Something about her was undeniably his mother. Only smaller, older, changed.
Mum? That's right, buckaroo. Mum?
Luca sprinted
That's why her
as
hair is
fast
so
as he
big.
could
It's full
toward
of
his mother.
secrets.
They held each
Sorry, I've
other
been waiting to make that
close,
joke.
and the cold retreated from their bodies.
Eleanor? I thought you were gone? You should have known I would never abandon my son.
Eleanor looked down at Luca, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness.
How? You're a smart man, Joseph. I thought you'd have pieced it together by now. You were exposed? Mom, I don't understand any of this. What happened to you? Where did you go? Why did you leave me? I never left you. I was always right here, Luca. Why did you lie to me? You tore me up, Luca. But I did it to keep you safe. I thought that getting answers would help us both move on. But the more I discovered, the more I realized the danger we were in. Until perennial harvest was stopped, it was better if everyone thought I was gone. You could have trusted me. These are bad people, Luca. They won't stop until they get what they want. And they don't care who gets hurt in the process. Then what do? We have to stop them.
Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow.
They can't be stopped. This is too big. I tried beating them at their own game. Done fighting fire
For
with
the
fire.
first time in a long time, her voice felt like her own again.
No more lies. I see now. There's a better way to stop perennial harvest. The cold, hard truth.
Luca gazed down at Nuncreed with pity. He looked small. Joseph stared into the snow, as if searching it for answers.
Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash. You don't understand. He always wins.
Chapter 9. The Devil You Know. 7 months ago. Eleanor Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways under perennial harvest. She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering. No turning back now. She raised a trembling hand. The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door buzzed open with mechanical efficiency. She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant. It was some sort of laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered in papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base. She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers. They were experiment reports on something called Tempus Liquamen. There were dozens of them, every one stamped failed. Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching. She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange pod. Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside.
Here we are. And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scuff of its neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. And I am tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? That man is a liar. Excuse me? I will not. This town has a dangerous secret, and perennial harvest only exists to keep it hidden. Nonsense. They picked up the whole damn town and moved it right under our noses. You aren't making any sense,
Mr.
dear.
Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone.
Imagine such a thing. It's absurd and just plain impossible. They promised they could fix the foul harvest. They told us they would clean this place up. We had to leave town for a few days, but while they had us evacuated, Mrs. Harford, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to. You're afraid of a lot of things, aren't you? You snivelling little worm. This is growing tiresome. A little help, please. Don't you all see? This festival is a sham. An excuse to have the whole town gather in one place. They're planning something awful. I don't know what, but these people are wicked. Don't listen to her. She has absolutely no proof. I am the proof. I'm Eleanor Van Horn.
Whispers filtered through the crowd.
Well, aren't you just sneaky as the Dickens? We all knew Valentine's fertilizer was too good to be true, and now this whole town is paying the price. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so sorry about this disruption. My associates will take this obviously disturbed woman elsewhere. somewhere comfortable, so that she can get the help she needs. She's not the one who's disturbed. You two-timing clown. You all know there's something wrong with this town. It was just easier to look the other way. The truth is... Excuse me? That's quite enough, Mr.
Torment
Nuncreed.
dragged on Joseph Nuncreed's face.
Not the little puppy! Yes, sir. Take them away. No, I want them to see this. The ever tempestuous Eleanor Van Horn. You've been quite the thorn in my side. Like a little weed that's burrowed in where it doesn't belong. Must confess, you look
He paused
dreadful.
for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground.
Consider yourself in rare company. You've managed to pull one over on me. Won't happen again. I knew you had some sort of plan to disrupt our little party, but alas, I expected something a bit more impressive than incoherent rambling. No matter, your failures are yours to bear. Mr. Kerr? Yes, sir? It's a shame it was cut short, but thank you for that rousing oratory. I'll take it from here. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. You've done quality work for me, William. You can look forward to the recompense we agreed
Kerr
on.
gave a bow of deference.
Founder, you're most gracious.
Gasps rippled through the crowd.
Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on
Solomon
out.
pulled a glass vial from his pocket. In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
You can all call me Sharper
His body
Valentine.
and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist. A hushed horror gripped the crowd. This is a story about change.
What? No. Ha! So you didn't see that coming. Good.
Sharper examined his new hands.
Well, this is quite the improvement. Everything looks so much smaller now. Eleanor was right about one thing. The festival was a ruse. I wanted you all to witness my glorious return with your own eyes. Why does everyone look so downtrodden? This is a celebration, people. Maybe it would help if we set the mood. Mr. Kerr, be a dear and reveal the sign. Ha! Wonderful.
Sharper choked out a crude squawk of a laugh. Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Sharper, you malicious bastard. I'm glad you're back so I can tell you to your face. You destroyed this town. We ain't gonna let you get away with it again.
Sorry, this is not the time for audience participation. Someone assist Mr.
William
Kerr.
Kerr gave a subtle nod to the clipboards.
You coward.
Does anyone else have something to
A
contribute?
helpless quiet settled over the crowd.
I thought so. Did you all truly believe you could be free of me? A town of complete and utter fools. You people should be celebrating my return. You're clearly lost without me. And that leads me nicely to my children. Daddy, I gave you both the greatest gift a parent can give, the opportunity to prove yourself in my absence. Squandered. To say I'm disappointed would be an understatement. But silence, Augustus. An adult is speaking. I don't know which is worse. A son who is completely hopeless, or a daughter with such potential, who inevitably lets me down. Eris, you fail me with admirable consistency. Thankfully, I was counting on it this time. Father, I have been wasting my time, dear. What have you accomplished? I was focused on cementing our legacy. Legacy? Who needs legacy when you can just live forever? But what about... It's all right, kiddo. I'm afraid you suffer from a complete lack of imagination. There's just no helping it. Now then, where is Joseph? You didn't take the opportunity to slip off, did you? Aha, there he is. Everyone should give him a hand. None of this would have been possible without Joseph. I think you've said enough. Nonsense! The people deserve to know how helpful and loyal you've been. I only did what I did because he left me no choice. You always had a choice, Joseph. You were simply too weak to take it. No matter. Cheer up. You're about to be rich beyond your wildest dreams. You should follow Mr. Kerr's example. When I found him, he was in a sorrier state than any of you. An aging actor desperate to recapture his youth. He played his part, and soon he'll be able to play the leading man again. Forever, in fact, if he remains loyal. That goes for all of you. Well, those who haven't already frittered away my goodwill. Beacon Pines is mine again, and I'm willing to share its spoils in exchange for absolute loyalty. Are you saying William Kerr was never in charge of Perennial Harvest? Ha! You think that puffed up blatherskite would have accomplished all of this? Dawn, I suppose it's time for your big exclusive.
Sharper addressed the crowd with indignant pride. He'd planned this moment for so long that now, at the deed's fruition, it almost felt frivolous.
You see, I needed a figurehead to hold things down while I orchestrated my return. Someone to misdirect, lie, and bilk this town for a spell. So I invented William Kerr. Take your bow, you've earned
Mr. Kerr
it.
flourished a preposterously elaborate bow.
Patrick C. Montesquieu, thespian extraordinaire, at your service. Founder, I just want to thank you again for this opportunity. It's truly the role of a lifetime. Wait, so this Bill Kerr was a patsy the whole time? Now that your secret's out in the open, what's to stop this town from rising up against you? Oh, that's the delicious part. Fear. Thanks to our clipboards, I know that each and every person in this town fears most, and I will make those fears manifest for anyone who steps out of line. The choice is simple. I'm not afraid of you. Ha! The young hero. I've kept an eye on you, boy. And you and your friends made a habit of disrupting my plans. What a pity. If things would have gone a bit differently, you might have had your moment of triumph. But that's fate for you. You can't do this. Oh, but I can. I have won. Never underestimate what a great man can do given time. And now time is my plaything. Perhaps the most expensive thing I've ever bought. But well worth it. Ha!
Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles.
Enough chit-chat. Let's get to work, shall we?
And so, Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image. The fertilizer factory soon reopened for business. Sales rose steadily as more and more farmers across the countryside began to swear by its miraculous properties. Beacon Pines became famous. A secretive town that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all. Gifts that became more and more necessary in a world where winters grew longer and longer. The end. This is wrong, but things are becoming clearer now. You can feel it, right? We can't let Sharper win. He might just be the key to
Guys,
this whole thing.
I really want to continue on,
Let's see.
but it's gone midnight and I still have presents to wrap. Let's just see where the change is. Where's that? Luke appeared up at Mr. Nun creates kind eyes. Okay. Okay. Right, guys, I will be back again on Monday with the gang-a-lang, and then on Tuesday we will finish this off. I don't know how long it's going to take to finish it off, but if it's less than an hour, then we will find another game to stream as well. Excuse me, there is one called, I think it's, hold on. I don't know what way this is organized. Aha, here we go. Aha, here we go. There's one called Boo Done It, which is like a cute little ghost who done it kind of thing that maybe we could do. Yeah, I have a lot of games on my horror list. I'll let you guys see a second, actually. I wonder if I can just, there we go. This is my spooky games collection. There's also, I believe, on Itch.io, the Mortuary Assistant demo or prologue or something. And I thought that could be cool too. So these one I've played through already before, so I know all the story and everything. Same with this one. I played through a large amount of this but never finished it. And obviously Monster Prom and Monster Camp I've played through, but you can, you know, there's different endings kind of thing. This one is an affiliate one, so I've got the key from the developers. And then we got all of these. This is Boo Done It. Most of these are from Lee's playlist. Not playlist, like his game library, but yeah. So, like I said, we will finish this on Tuesday. I'm not sure what we're doing on Monday. I will let you guys know. But for now, I am going to raid out. So, we'll get those raid messages going. Raid and sub raid for anyone who is subscribed, and I will go and find us somebody to throw you guys at. I hope we've all enjoyed stream today, and I will see you guys soon. I got a bunch of presents to, well, not that many actually, but I've got quite a few presents left to wrap, and then I got a birthday party to do tomorrow for my little man, my little baby boy. He's not a baby anymore. He's I think I'll send you guys
Smiling at me.
to this lovely bean. Okay, bye.